Hey guys, this is Xavier.
Hey guys, my name's Logan.
Hey guys, it's a random person.
Hello, I'm Odin.
And this is the WhyNot podcast.
Heck yeah.
Why not?
Okay, well, I just want to mention, guys,
This-
that a random person's name is Julian.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
you heard it here, folks.
And
So-
and-
watch the podcast. You get to learn more about where I
yeah,
live.
and for today's sponsors, it's nobody because we're broke. All right.
Heck yeah.
yeah, guys, we're 15 years old.
Yeah, for today's podcast,
We're in a McDonald's.
we're gonna. No, we're not. We're at Odin's house, but yeah. Anyways, guys,
Yeah, he
For-
lives on.
for today's podcast, we're gonna be talking about scary stories / scary encounters, ghosts, or just the creepy encounters in general. So.
Rape.
No one
Not
here
yet.
has gotten
Not-
raped.
not yet,
Not
not
yet,
yet. Not
not
Wait,
yet.
hold on, not yet. Wait.
Wait, yeah, exactly.
Are you insinuating that someone here got
If
raped?
something happened,
No,
you
no,
wanna-
I'm just saying we might talk about.
Do you want to
Oh,
tell
yeah,
us
yeah,
something, Odin?
So who's going first?
You said.
I will because I have
Okay.
the
Because
least
why not?
scariest stories, bro.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
So this wasn't really
This wasn't
super
scary.
scary
This is just my birthday.
necessarily. Like from an outsider point of view, it wasn't super like creepy. It wasn't ghosts or anything. Wasn't a creepy guy.
Get to the point.
But
He's
It's
building
gonna be the
story.
worst podcast.
So-
Building setting.
so
All right,
I'm just kidding, I'm sorry.
Let one person talk.
it
at a
was
time.
I was really young. Well, not super young, but I was pretty young. Lived in this neighborhood. Everyone in the neighborhood knew each other, kind of. And so one day, I go over to it wasn't a friend's house, but it was like a neighbor's house. In their backyard, because everyone let their kids into each other's backyards.
Yeah.
I found lighter fluid and a lighter, and I was thinking, I like fire. I was big.
Wait, no,
I was
wait,
big.
wait, wait.
I was big arsonist.
Hold on.
Hold on.
You found lighter fluid like in a bottle so you could squirt it all over the place?
Like
And then
food that you
then
would use for your grill.
Like yeah.
Okay.
Right.
so you
And it
s-
was a normal lighter.
Oh, so
it
you
wasn't the one that had like the child safety things. It
Oh,
was
so
a
you could
normal
set,
lighter.
So you could set a house on fire?
Like a Zippo.
I could have.
Kinda like a Zippo.
Yeah. Well,
What happened next?
just normal lighter.
okay,
yeah.
okay, yeah, go ahead.
So I gather up this pile of leaves. I'm like, all right, I know how fire works. I squirt the fuel on it, and then I light it on fire. I did that, but then I realized that I couldn't put it out, and it was a really scary moment.
It was
because
like on grass or like on
It was
cement?
like on, I think it was on cement.
Oh.
Or like
but-
gravel.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
It
okay,
wasn't.
okay.
But even if it was on grass, grass was green, so probably wouldn't have done much.
It's great. So it's good.
But yeah, so like this fire, it won't go out, and it was a relatively small fire. It wasn't like spreading or getting bigger, but it was a small fire. I was freaking out. This neighbor, they had a porch. Like the neighbor didn't know any of this.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I was in their backyard. I don't know if they weren't home or anything, but the neighbor didn't know any of this. I created the fire. I freaked out. The porch had a little under section. I don't know, like
yeah.
you could go under the porch.
Yeah.
There was just a hole, kind of. And I go under the porch. I'm freaking out. I'm hiding. And I'm just kind of like waiting, hoping that the fire will die out soon.
So you hid from the fire?
I hid from the fire. Yeah.
He
Did you-
left a fire unattended, basically, guys.
Well, no, I was watching the fire. It's
Yeah, I
just,
was watching,
I was
so
in
okay.
the shadows. I was
So-
like,
I
cowered.
watched it happen, so it's okay.
So you thought it could like attack you, like it would?
No,
you
no,
thought
I
it
was
gonna-
just, I
You're
was
just
just
scared
like,
of the
I didn't
consequences.
know what I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I like, luckily though, some neighbor that was like across, like on the same block but across.
Street.
No.
Oh,
on
no,
the,
like-
on the yeah
Like
across
how
the
me and-
yard,
like
across
how
the
me
yard.
and Logan are.
Yeah, across the yard. And luckily they saw it, and they came over, they stomped it out, and like
Did they see you,
They
or
told you to
were
s-
you
yeah,
still
they saw
hiding?
me. They saw me.
Oh, and like,
I
did
wasn't
they
hidden very
skedaddle?
well.
oh, did you get in trouble, or did they give you
oh.
a talk or something?
So here's the thing. So they stomped it out. The neighbor was like one of the friendliest people I would have ever known. They tried getting me out from under the porch, but I wouldn't budge. I was like, no, I don't want to get in trouble. So he knows my dad. He goes over to my dad, tells him what's going on.
Oh,
And my dad,
man.
my
That
dad at the
sucks.
time, like, because it was just like, I wouldn't go outside of the community. I wouldn't go outside of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
He could just whistle really loudly, and I would know, oh, that's my dad. I better go home. He was whistling so like hard, so many times for me to come home. Eventually, the guy comes back. Because I guess my dad didn't bother coming over. The guy comes back, tells me, you just should go. You should go.
Yeah.
Eventually, I do, and I come back. I think, like, not too long after I come back, the police show up. Because apparently another neighbor saw that I made the fire and decided, oh, yeah, instead of helping this kid, I'm just going to call the police.
I'm gonna get this guy arrested.
And so they knew where I lived. The police show up. They do like an investigation, make sure there's no lighters, just kind of loose, no matches in my room, like nothing that I can mess around with. Luckily, the cops were understanding and were like, this kid obviously just found some,
Found an
loose
opportunity for some fun.
yeah.
Wait, so
and
you went over there, you seen the materials and stuff to start the fire. You started the fire.
And then
You
hid.
hid. And you waited for a very long time.
Not too long. No, I would say only about like no more than 5 minutes. No more
Oh,
than 5 minutes.
so
That was quick.
so your dad was just whistling for like 5 minutes and then.
No, the guy came over.
Like after like 5 minutes of him starting the fire.
Oh,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
after the fire was out, when you were hiding under there. And
How
you didn't
long
wanna
did he
leave?
call for you?
He must have called for me for I'd say another 5 minutes. He was just.
Oh, okay.
At least he like.
I thought
ended
like the
quickly.
neighbor seen you and he seen that you were still hidden under there, the one that called the police, and just like waited like an hour till the fire died out, and then was like, hey, this
Yeah,
kid
let's call the
started a
cops.
fire
Yeah.
like an hour ago. Well, arrest him.
Kids kicking rocks. I'm a. Don't let him get out.
Yeah.
This criminal
no.
needs to be stopped.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think it was just like. I don't know why, but yeah, they just did what they did, and police showed up, and
Oh, okay.
So
luckily they were understanding.
I feel like
Okay.
that gives me an idea for like each podcast, like for like the thumbnail. If it does end up being a drawing, I'll like give like we each probably say one story or something.
Yeah.
Then I'll give our characters like give them
Yeah.
something to like emphasize on the story. I'm gonna just make you a terrorist.
or an arsonist. Just no. You should draw his character with just like a lighter in his hand. Just like.
He just has
Yeah.
a small
Molotov.
No, you should
I had a
should
story
draw
in my
you should
head.
draw a staircase and like him hiding underneath it with a fire in front of him.
Oh no, he's just watching it happily like.
And his face is just
He
so
look-
like
he
like
looks
the
so-
life is drained out of his face.
Dude, you wanna? I have another story that involved the police.
Let me see.
So, I must have been like 8 to 12 years old. It was somewhere in that range, and this was when. Actually, no, this had to have been before I was 10 years old, so definitely not in the 12 range. Maybe when I was like 8 years old. Me and my older brother hung out with these group of people that maybe weren't too good to hang out with. And we were just riding around on our bikes. We like to go, well, I was riding around on our bikes. There was my older brother, and then there was 2 other people, and those 2 other people were part of the friend group that maybe isn't too good to be hanging around.
Like bad influence.
Yeah, basically. But the things that we were doing weren't really that bad. There's an elementary school around here. There's an elementary school around here, and it was really late at night. It was maybe like 9 o'clock at night, and we were riding on our bikes. I was riding on my bike, and the other friends were my big brother and my friend and the other friends were riding on skateboards. So we were at the elementary school. It was about 9 o'clock. So there were no kids. I'm pretty sure this was during the summer. it was some warm time. I'm pretty sure it was during the summer, and we were biking from my grandma's house, and we arrived at this elementary school late at night. And the elementary school has a pretty nice playground.
Pretty great.
So yeah,
Premium.
yeah. So we decided, and they also have a basketball court at the elementary school for no reason. So we decide, hey, let's hop the fence. So the two other friends are as old as my older brother, which at the time he would have been about 12 or 13. But they're pretty athletic, like they've liked sports, so they just heaved my BMX bike over the fence of the elementary school. And then obviously with skateboards it's pretty easy to lob those. So they just lobbed it over the like 10-foot fences. So we get our bikes over the fences and our skateboards. I don't know why I keep saying bikes. Bike and our skateboards over the fence. And we find a ball on the ground. And then, apparently, it's because elementary school has houses, residential houses that are next to the school. So, apparently someone saw us hopping the fences that are like 8 feet tall.
Dang.
And they're like, they're a bunch of hoodlums. We should probably call the cops on
Bunch
them.
of hoodlums.
Yeah. So, the elementary school is in between two streets. And the elementary school, the front entrance faced one street, and then where we came in was from another street. So the cops, I think it was like one or two patrol cars, they went on the street that was closest to the front doors. So we saw the lights, and we decided, instead of facing our consequences, we should just run. So, yeah, best decision of our lives.
Never catch me alive.
Exactly. So, basically, we end up throwing our skateboards and my bike over the fence again. And then I think they might have saw us because they ended up going around the block and like driving up the street that we escaped out of, but they just kept going because we took a left onto another street. So they just kept going. So I was like, phew, we lost them.
Heck yeah.
I make it back home to my grandma's house because I was at my grandma's house at the time, and then they leave, and that's the end, I guess. But like, that was one of the scariest moments of my life.
Were you caught at all? Like,
Huh?
did anyone say anything about it after that?
No,
No one?
Dude, we like.
So this
if
is
it was a bank heist, dude, we would have made it out.
And this is where you get arrested 3 days from here.
Oh shit, you got us covered? No, but yeah, it was honestly, those times with them, they're not like bad influences as in like they do like drugs and stuff like that.
Say
Like
the
they don't
N-word.
yeah. Nincompoop. Like they're not like completely terrible people. Like they don't do drugs, they don't like
They just
gang
don't
bang.
care.
Yeah, they just like they're the type of people that just like didn't have like they had like bad grades and just like they also didn't like grow up in the best home because I knew their parents and stuff like that, but like just like not the greatest to hang around. Yeah. So whose turn is it? That's the end of my story.
We're going this way, so you Logan.
Yeah.
All right. I have a couple of. Actually, I have a lot of scary stories, and I know
Just tell us
most of them. I'm gonna just tell you a short one that's about not like real life.
All right.
So
Like a dream?
Oh. It was in real life, but it wasn't like cops showed up and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was at my grandma's, and there's an alleyway that leads to a gas station that is right at the corner, and then there's an entrance that goes into that gas station, or into the alleyway,
Mhm.
and it's like a shortcut. So sometimes I take it, but after this, I've never gone back to that area.
Yeah.
And then after that, so what happened was, I was going to the gas station to get chips because when I'm at my grandma's,
Yeah, we
I'm
always
like relaxing.
yeah. Whenever I go to your grandma's, we always go there.
So I go alone because there's no one else to go
Yeah.
with me, and I was heading down that alleyway, or I looked and I like turned my head. I peeked my corner, and I seen in the corner of my eye like a little like a black person. I mean, like,
Oh,
No.
so scary.
Not like a
No,
black
it wa-
silhouette.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
like a
I mean,
dark
like,
silhouette.
no, it wasn't a silhouette.
Like a
I mean, it was
shadow?
like, it was a straight,
figure?
it was a straight shadow that I
Yeah,
seen.
shadow. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, but it was not human size. It was like a
little
foot and a
kid?
half tall.
Like a gnome size.
Yeah, it was what I thought it was. I think it's a gnome because I don't remember seeing a pony hat or anything, but like it was like
I remember you talking about
Yeah,
this.
dude.
Like you're like, dude, I think there's like some killer gnomes out here, dude.
no. Oh,
That's
and
what
that's not
Toby
the
said.
worst part. When I went down that alleyway, I was like, it was my first time like actually seeing something like paranormal. So like I'm like, bro, I don't want to investigate this, but I want to know if I'm like seeing this or like
Yeah.
or like whatever's happening because like it left too quick for me to like check if I'm like hallucinating or something. So I went into the alleyway, and as soon as I turned the corner, there's houses with fence in the alleyway,
Yeah.
and there's this house with a fence you can see through, and in that backyard there was like 15 gnomes just
Oh.
pointed towards the alleyway. I was like,
There's probably more than
dude.
one.
I was like, no, I'm
What if-
out. I'm out.
what
I
if-
sprinted away.
All right. So hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Okay.
So, who here believes in ghosts? This is just a preliminary
I think
question.
it's a possibility. I'm not 100%,
yeah.
but I'm not saying no.
So
Yeah.
Do you believe or not?
No, you can't do that.
No,
I
no, no.
can't.
Do you like? Like?
I think it's a good possibility. That's
Yeah.
possible that it happened, but I'm not entirely
I'm a
sure.
very, very scientific person,
Agnostic.
but I
Okay.
also like the idea of like supernaturalistic things
Yeah,
happening.
that's-
Like,
yeah.
I feel like
Interesting.
once you
idea.
die, like I feel like you like, I guess like spirits can like remain, but like I don't know. I'm very scientific, but like
I feel like
Yeah.
ghosts are real, and all these like are some things like that people say are real, but some of those other urban legends that like people just
Dragons.
like trying to scare people, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Oh, and so I feel like if I were to die, I wouldn't go anywhere. Like I feel like it would just be the end.
Like black.
Yeah, like it's over.
Well,
That's-
you wouldn't know.
But, like,
you wouldn't
the
know.
that's
thing is,
that's
like-
what I feel like happens.
That's
when
a
I-
Yeah,
scary
no.
thing
I
about
personally don't believe in ghosts. I mean, like, when I was younger, I did because it made sense, and I saw like the TV shows, and I thought they were
Oh.
real, and it was like, wow. But now it's just like I don't see much evidence at all.
I believe I saw. Now I don't remember, and I don't have the research in front of me, so that's just a disclaimer for anybody listening. If anybody's gonna listen, but anyways, I believe I saw some like a video or like some research on some article that where like people have like their heart stopped and like their brain activity like stopped and stuff like that, but they're resuscitated, and like there's like scans, and like people that came back said that there was like a pleasurable like not pleasurable, that sounds pretty bad, like you're not pleasuring yourself, but like it was like a
When you die,
like
you
a
just
serene
Stop.
like there's like a serene like positive feeling that they said that they went through
Oh.
while they're like under
Like a just dopamine.
like dopamine release, like their body was like like you're sitting at like a spa or some shit.
How
like
did
that.
they
You
like
should
die?
explain what dopamine
Like
is.
temporarily or
Like-
something.
you can go on like you can go under a coma, and then you can you can go in a coma and then like die or something. Like you can have your heart stop and then like CPR or
Yeah.
like
Oh, I mean, like,
AED
what
and
was the
stuff like
story
that.
with that person?
But-
the one that said it was like pleasurable and stuff.
I think that, I don't know. I don't know the research.
Were they
It's been a
brain
while.
dead?
Oh,
Like
I
brain
don't think
dead?
so. No. They
Well,
weren't brain
then
dead.
I don't know. If they're not brain dead, it's like fully
Yeah.
then
then
Yeah, if there's no brain activity, then I don't think, because I don't believe.
I remember hearing somewhere that once your brain, like when you go brain dead, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like over.
mhm.
I believe I heard this from health class, but you're
Yeah, me too.
you're not stated as dead by the absence of your heartbeat. You're stated as dead once you have no more brain
I
activity.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I heard it from.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't think it's people that have no brain activity. I believe it's just people's hearts stop,
Mm.
like for like X amount of time, and then they get resuscitated, and then because when your heart stops, you don't instantly go brain dead. You probably lose a couple brain cells because your body's not supplying oxygen to your brain, but
not getting what it needs.
Yeah. But like, I don't know if that research is true, or I don't know if I'm like, I don't know if my stating of the research is true to whatever it says on like whatever articles, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like something has to end up somewhere. I don't believe that like it just goes like black and it just like ends and nothing happens. I think that something has to happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know how it like manifests itself or anything like that. But so I think there's a possibility, but I believe it's unlikely.
Well, before we get any deeper,
Yeah, before
Julian
I was about to
hasn't
say. I was about to
spoken
say.
about a scary story yet.
Yeah, I was
Do
about
you
to
have
say
one?
before
Yeah.
before we branch off, let's have Julian have something.
You definitely have
I
one.
think I have two. I'll remember one of them.
Whichever's more interesting.
Sorry. I think I have two. I don't remember one of them. And my family has a long history of experiences with ghosts, if it's true, or if they're just like ghost, and it's just the wind. But one story, I was on my bed, and it wasn't too big, but it was big enough for two people. Like their shoulders would be touching if they were both like laying there.
Yeah.
The bed that you have right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was like on the left side because it's like against the wall.
Yeah.
And then like I was like kind of touching the wall, like just an inch away.
Mm-hmm.
Then I heard like I don't know, because it felt like the bed shook, and I thought it was like because it was a bit old and we legit used like some just good glue to like keep it together, and it's still holding up surprisingly well to this day, so I guess it works. But then later, the fan had fallen. I heard a huge bang and I was looking around, and then I saw the fan go down, and then I felt the bed go up and down again as if someone was like getting out of the bed.
Yeah.
And then like I stood there for a moment like, is this real or something?
Yeah.
Fuck. And then I just booked it right away, and I was legit saying,
Were you?
oh man,
Were
man.
you home alone or like in like what
No,
time was it? Or?
I think it was probably like 11 or something. Everyone else was asleep or just not
PM or
home.
AM?
Huh?
Like in the morning or in the afternoon?
PM.
PM. Okay.
And then like I was like, oh man. Then I like was like, ma. Like I didn't want to be like scare her or anything.
Yeah.
I just want to ease her in because she believes in ghosts and stuff.
Mhm.
My entire family does. Like outside of my household
Would
family.
you say you're like?
Are they very
There's a ghost in my room.
superstitious?
No. Yeah. And I was just like waking my mom up, and I told her I think there's a ghost, and then like I woke her up, and then we like try to do some scientific thing or something.
Yeah.
Like we try to like position the fan as it was before, because it's kind of designed where it's like this,
Mhm.
where it's like curved in a bit, like on the ends, but it's not like too close in.
Mhm.
And we positioned it exactly as it was before, and it was perfectly
Stable.
yeah, it was perfectly stable. So it was either the wind, of which there was none, because all the
Yeah,
windows
you're in
were
a
closed.
house with like doors
Exactly.
closed.
The only one was from the fan, and then it just randomly fell.
Did you guys have any animals at the time or?
No,
Wait, how big was the fan? Would you say in feet?
it was probably.
Is it like a stand-up fan or is it like a box fan?
It's a square, but it's it's more upwards and it's more up and.
Oh, is it like those those rotating like circular kind of things?
No. It's just basically like a big square and it's a bit flat. It's like
Oh, so it's a
how
box
big?
fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
How
yeah.
big is this?
I don't know.
Like
I don't know, like
4 inches.
4 or 5
Five.
inches.
Yeah, 4 inches, and then like however big this is, I'm not good at.
Yeah, so
Like
so
a feet and a half.
Yeah.
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 So something like that.
So medium-sized box fan.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, and it just like it.
Yeah, legit
It
just
fell
fell.
over.
And it was all perfectly timed too, so it was a bit, I mean, it's possible it's a coincidence or something, but it was
Yeah.
a bit too positioned
Yeah.
well in time.
I have, like, I just I just thought of this. So, my grandparents. So first off, I want to say I figured out all of this from my mom after my dad passed away because there's like nothing to protect, and maybe I'll get to the story in like another podcast episode.
Yeah.
But so after my dad passed, my mom told me a bunch of things about my grandparents. And apparently my grandma is like an actual witch. Like she
Huh.
did like actual witchcraft. Like there's a pentagram under the carpet in my grandparents' living room.
I didn't
Whoa.
know that, dude. I've been in there.
Yeah.
Dude.
So-
Oh my god.
Did she seem nice? or something.
She seemed very nice.
Apparently, yeah, she's
Oh, so
nice,
it's like
but
that-
she's probably nice in front of us. She's
Yeah.
probably like,
Is it kind of like one of those generic, like, oh, see, she's such a nice grandma.
Yeah,
Then when you
yeah,
figure
yeah,
out
yeah.
a bit of her, oh,
And
she's a
yo,
Nazi.
Yo, what was that one movie where like,
Hoodwinked.
no, what the fuck?
Hoodwinked.
It's a
Hoodwinked.
horror movie. We're talking
Oh,
about
a horror
witches, dude.
movie?
You're
A horror movie?
stupid.
No, I'm just
Um,
saying it's a movie where the grandma's like one person
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
secret life.
That's the
but-
second movie.
So there's this horror movie where like this girl goes to like their grandparents' house and apparently like they killed somebody and like they're possessed by like a demon and stuff like that.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe I can look it up, but like, yeah, it's
stop the
basically like that.
podcast.
They probably like act
Bacteria
in front
happens
of
to
us. Like, they probably act like really friendly in front of us, but like my mom told me that one time when I wasn't there, when we weren't there, because my mom and my dad were going through a divorce at the time, so my dad was living with my grandparents, with my grandma. So apparently one time when my mom went over there, my grandma like choked out my mom. Like when she was like
Jesus
pregnant
Christ.
with like my big brother or something like that. I don't know. I wasn't alive at the time, but
Yeah, I wasn't alive. You mean born?
yeah.
I kind of died
Well,
for a
still,
moment.
I wasn't alive. I didn't exist.
You didn't exist
Um,
yet.
Yeah.
You
but,
were
like
Why?
and your mom and
So-
dad.
so like I'm pretty sure she was like a terrible person. Like my grandpa was in the military. Yeah, the visit's a movie that I was talking about, and so my grandpa was in the military, but like my grandma treats him like a slave. Like my grandpa does everything for my grandma, and like he gets like no like redeem out of anything. Like it's just like. Let's give him a name. Dave, go get me this. Dave, go get that. Dave, go to the grocery store, pick me up this, and like completely like commanding and demanding of my grandpa. And I actually felt bad with him. I really sympathized with him, but like so I'm gonna get to the horror story. So
Alright.
I was about 8 years old again. Shit happened when I was 8. I was in my father's room, which is upstairs. There's the upstairs part of my grandparents' house, and I'm going downstairs because I was like either hungry or thirsty.
I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah, and so the stairs are like a spiral stairs, and the stairs that go up to my dad's room, it's right in front of the front door, and there's like little nooks and crannies in front, like right in front of the front door, and that's where like the cat litter boxes are, right? And there's like a wall in between the stairs and like the cat litter box. So I'm walking down the stairs. I'm like looking at something. I think I was playing on my PS Vita, because my father owned a PS Vita and he let me play with it. And I looked up, and I saw like a black, like fully black figure walk right into the wall that's in between the cat litter boxes and the stairs. And like I look back down to my PS Vita, and then I take like the quickest double take on my life, and it's just gone. And I was so freaked out. It was like 11 at night at the time, and I literally knock on my grandparents' doors. I'm like, you guys, like I asked if I could sleep with them, so I slept in their bed. I was like, and the next day later, I was like, Grandma, I swear I saw a ghost walk right into the wall in front of the stairs. And she reacted like so nonchalantly.
She was like, "Oh yeah, that's Jeffrey."
Yeah, exactly.
Probably.
Like yeah,
he comes around
the,
sometimes.
that's the demon Azazel, and like I
Yeah.
don't know, dude. It was just one
I
of the
brought him to
creepiest.
hell. Felt like I could use
dude,
a hand.
that wasn't the story that I was talking about. I've never heard that before. I remember you saying something about you looked at the top of the stairs, because I remember going up the stairs and you looked down, or someone looked down, and then you seen some white, or it was either white or purple, and then they ran back or something like that. That's all I remember you saying, something about a white or purple figure, and you being at the top of the stairs, or someone being at the top of the stairs and you looking down,
Yeah.
or them, and then them seeing it down there. Do you remember
I don't
that?
know. I don't remember.
I
that.
remember you telling me that.
There's also like I also have another story that takes place at my grandma's house. A lot of shit takes place in my grandma's house, probably because she's a witch.
Ooh.
But
Wait, is your grandma still around?
oh yeah,
She's gonna hear
But-
this podcast, maybe.
I don't care, dude. She's
like, oh, it's about time he figured out. Jesus.
nah. So this happened when I was around 8 again, and so
Whoa, 8's the magic number.
Dude, for real.
Wow.
So there's this my grandma's neighbor's house is so a Mexican family lives there, and their youngest son was around like 6 years old when I was like 8, so I was older than him. But we always played soccer in his backyard because he has like a really nice backyard. So we always like playing soccer, and I remember like out the corner of my eye, I saw this black figure on the street, like so let's make up like imaginary direction. So say the front of my grandma's house faces north. The street east of our house, I remember seeing a black figure just running so fast, like supersonic speed, dude, like gotta blast speed. And like it was just like it was like so
Gotta
distorted, like it was actually like it. Have you guys ever seen The Rake? Like the
Oh
Rake?
yeah,
the
the
Rake?
creepy
Oh,
Yeah.
God,
Yeah, the
yeah.
creepypasta.
Yeah.
It was like disfigured like that. It was like long and like skinny, and it just ran super fast past the corner of my eye. Cause like I was facing north as well. I don't know if these are like actual directions, but like I was facing north, and it ran past me to my right, out of the corner of my eye. I remember looking over, and there was nothing there, dude. I was so freaked out. Like I don't know why. Like there's so much things that like I can't explain that happens at my grandparents' house.
I'm gonna,
Dude,
be-
actually,
before you
something
wait,
happened to me when
hey,
I was at your
wait,
grandma's
wait, wait,
house.
before you guys continue,
Okay.
this is great content to anime. I'm gonna just yoink that. Thank you.
Okay.
Alright.
So, you know how I go over to your house and we play on your Wii U?
Yeah, dude,
Dude, I remember one time you went upstairs and I like waited in the living room and I looked at your drawing. I was like, dude, this looks really nice. And then there was like a closet like or something.
my drawings are really nice?
Yeah,
My
it was like
gosh.
I looked at it, I was like, oh my god, dude, this thing looks professional. and then I remember like I don't know if it was a wall or a closet. And then I don't think I ever.
There is a
heard-
closet that's like
yeah,
right
in
where
like
the
the
Wii
living
was.
room. No, it was like right next over, like the room over to it.
Oh, that's like next to the kitchen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know if there was a closet or a wall or something, but I remember nothing ever actually like looked at me, or I never seen it or heard anything.
Mhm.
But I always felt like something was in there and was like watching me. I was like, oh my god, dude. I always felt scared down there in that room.
Yeah, like there's like a big table in the room, like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like connecting from like my kitchen to like where the big TV was.
I remember it was the entrance to the back room, and
Yeah.
then there was that room, and then there was the stairs that went up, and it was that room in between the stairs.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, dude. Like the like, so you come in from like the back door, like the screen back door.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
walk all the way through into the living room,
Yeah.
and then like you open up the door with like the weird like lock on it, and then like the stairs are to the left, right?
Yeah.
And there's like a room to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about with like the weird ceiling. Like there's like weird like hanging ceilings,
Yeah.
dude.
And I remember I
That
don't
room's
know.
really creepy, dude.
Dude,
hate that
I
room.
just remember like something watching me, and it was always silent in there. Like
Yeah.
it was that room that I think you said had the pentagram underneath it, or no? Okay, wait. So yeah, it was just
There's a room that like, so in my grandparents' house, like there's like a basically like a big window like that, and then like we had always like sleeping bags set up because we never had beds at my grandparents' house, so we had like sleeping bags, and like there's like a TV right there, and then you'd walk in that direction. There's a door that connected to the, that connected to the that connected to the staircase, and there's like a room to the right. And it had just like, so my grandma was an artist as well. That was probably like her day job.
Heck yeah.
Her night job was being a witch, but like, so she had
just casually
Yeah.
fly by that. you
Yeah.
know, normal thing.
So I think that was like an art room. Like that's where she kept like all her like done art. But dude, it was just like super creepy in there. Like the energy in there, like Ghost Adventures mode. Like the energy was like super like
Adventures mode.
I don't know. Like I never liked it being in that room.
I think I have an
Yeah.
explanation for all this. I-
Exclamation.
I think I know the answer to all of this. How to explain her? She does commissions for demons.
Commission.
Bro. Yeah, but
It's like,
yeah.
this isn't good enough. I'm
Dude,
taking
when
it
that-
for free.
that also has a window to the front yard, but like when it's dark, when it's nighttime, there are like no light bulbs in that room, so it's like super dark. So I literally like run past that room every time I go up to like my
So-
dad's room.
She would need to use candles to light up that room.
Yeah, but she doesn't. She doesn't paint in that room
She
though.
doesn't
She just
paint.
keeps
Dude,
like old paintings.
I'm
in
glad
there.
I never went at nighttime, dude. I'm glad.
Dude,
I'm glad my
It's
So-
really scary in
So
there.
then, would you say that the activity there might be accelerated by her
It's so
her
flawed.
activity?
Probably.
Probably. So do you believe that there are demonic things?
They're looking for the artwork.
I don't think it's demonic things because I feel like if there was demonic things, this is under the assumption that these things exist. If there were demonic things there, I feel like a lot more activity would have happened. I believe that there's only like spirits there, maybe.
So, but if there was demonic things, then wouldn't that imply that there's a devil too?
So
Okay.
I believe that there's demons, but I don't believe in like a biblical like hell or like a biblical heaven or like a
Oh.
god or anything like that.
They're
But I
just-
believe that like
there's,
ghosts and like
just
demons
good and
have.
bad demons
Yeah.
or ghosts. Like some of them good, some of
Yeah,
them
yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know.
And
it's
we
weird.
just call them demons because
Yeah,
they do bad
yeah.
They have
The
their
way
own
that I
portal
think
of
about
hell,
like the
which is
supernatural
somewhat-
is like, I don't like. So just to get this out of the way, I'm an atheist, so I don't really believe that there's like a biblical heaven, biblical hell. There's demon like Lucifer, Jesus, and God, stuff like that, right? But I do believe that there's like spirits and like evil like
Oh.
entities.
Like
and
not
that-
like world for the afterlife, but
Yeah.
like the afterlife themselves.
And then there's like neutral spirits and stuff like that. That like
yeah, some
that
of
are
them are
just
just
chill.
casual.
Yeah.
Some of them just want to smoke.
Yeah, dude, just want some.
Wait,
Basically,
can you
Okay,
that
wait,
check the
so-
podcast? With
So actually, I'm Mexican, so I have family that's in Mexico, and I go and visit them like every summer. And when I was little, or my grandma's mom, she's still alive,
Mhm.
and
Huh.
so is my grandma's dad.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty lit.
Okay, and so they have a house that's like really, really huge. It's like, I guess we always have parties there, and I guess she's like the go-to place,
Mhm.
and we normally sleep there. So there's no ceiling in the middle. So
Yeah.
imagine it's like the house is a square, and there's rooms on the outside. There's 2 floors,
Mhm.
and there's rooms on the outside of the house, except they're walled in. And then there's a middle part that's like a play area, I guess.
Yeah.
In one of the corners of the house, in the first floor, there was a room that I guess it was haunted before we got there, but like no one in our family ever sleeps there because like everyone knows that it's haunted.
Yeah.
Like
Sounds like,
Like,
that
for
Rainbow
real.
Six Siege map, isn't it?
maybe I don't know. Okay. Oh, so
Can we check
so
if the
one
podcast
time,
is still going?
one
'Cause, like-
time, my family.
It's still going.
Okay.
Or no. One time, me and my older brother, we slept in there because
Uh-huh.
like there was no other rooms to sleep in, and dude,
Roof.
I remember there was 2 beds on like 2 sides, and I remember, I don't think I saw anything, but I felt like really terrible in there. I felt like something really heavy was on me,
Mhm.
and I was scared, so I went over to my brother's bed, and I just slept there, and I guess it was
Yeah.
alright in the morning, and then
You
my
had socks
mom-
on, said no homo.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So
Okay.
my mom, I also slept in there one time with my mom,
Yeah.
and my mom apparently she actually saw like a white lady in a white dress,
Hmm.
and I was terrified. I don't remember this happening, but my mom said that she saw someone in there,
Mhm.
and even in the daytime when you go in there, like it's a square, so like all the rooms that are on the outside, you can come through them. You can just like enter through them because they all have interconnecting doors.
Mhm.
And then every time I'd go playing with my cousins and stuff, and I'd walk through that room, I'd feel bad. Like I feel like, I don't know. It's just
Anger?
a bad feeling to be
Bad.
in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like more stuff happened in there, but I just don't remember it.
Huh.
Possibly.
They wiped your memory. Whoa.
Yeah,
On a-
it wasn't ghosts, it was aliens, actually.
They probed you.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm more of this.
It was a
You were gonna say something?
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
guys, we're taking too far, guys.
You gonna say something?
On a lighter note, when I first discovered Ghost Adventures, it was like I watched it at my grandma's house, and my grandma's house, it's pretty old. It was built by like my great grandfather on my mom's side, and my grandma is like Hispanic. She's Puerto Rican, so I guess it was built by a Puerto Rican, and it was a somewhat small, but it was like a older house, and so I was over there.
Oh wait.
I think it was a party or something.
Can I mention that my house is actually 200 years old?
Huh?
The house.
You never said that before. You're bringing it up just now
Oh
in
yeah,
the middle
my
of the
house is
story.
like super duper old.
Not
I wouldn't
just
be
a statement, just something that's
Yeah, your
throw
house
out
is
there.
probably really old too, because we're on the same block.
Yeah,
Dude, my grandma's house is super old, dude. Like, actually really old.
Do you
Alright, go
I
ahead.
bet. I
Oh
bet.
yeah,
but,
back to
Yeah, 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 yeah.
but it was like a party maybe.
Mhm.
I don't quite remember if there was a whole bunch of family members there, but like, I know me, my sister, my mom, grandma, were there. That's what I know. And so my grandma has this TV in the living room. It's kind of like up above the fireplace that's there.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's real or not, but it doesn't matter. And so Ghost Adventures comes on, and I'm just like,
Travel Channel, by the way.
Heck yeah.
I'm just like, oh my god, this is so creepy. And like, it really influenced me a lot in that moment, because it was like some really scary episodes that they were playing.
Yeah.
And I was sleeping because I spent the night there.
The AC ominously turns off as you tell this.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was spending the night there, and I'm sleeping in the room
Mm-hmm.
that the TV is in, so it's kind of living room, and on the couch, I believe. I wake up in the middle of the night with a kind of a sweat. I guess that's
Yeah.
why I woke up, because I was just kind of hot, you know.
Yeah.
And I hear creaks. Just
Yeah.
slow creaks, which were probably
Inside the
just
room or like
We're
different
probably
room
just
or-
like the natural
Yeah,
house
just the
flexing
yeah,
stuff
the
like that.
house
like
flexing.
out- inside.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
inside. It was definitely like floorboards kind of just creaking, but it wasn't like footstep creaking, because it wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, it was just. It was just slow, but at the time, I was freaked out. I was like, there's ghosts in my room, bro. There's ghosts in this house. I need to like, and I was actually so scared, bro. Like I was nearly crying because I was
Oh,
just
no.
like, there's actually ghosts in here, bro. And so I go, and it's like, it's really dark, and it was kind of ominous. I think there was wind outside, and it was just made it really ominous. And the moon, I think, was shining in, but it was still really dark. I go over to where my mom is, and I'm just like, "Can I sleep with you, please, please, please? I need."
Wait, how old were you at the time?
Let's see. I was maybe 9, and I was but it was the first time I've seen like Ghost Adventures, so it
Yeah.
really freaked me out.
Oh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so it was just like, I was so freaked out by these perfectly natural noises, and it was
Yeah.
Y'all want to know a foolproof plan to not have nightmares from like scary movies and stuff?
Don't sleep.
And this is what I do every single time I watch like a scary movie that like actually spooks me enough.
Close
All
your
like
eyes.
all like the new movies kind of fucking suck. But, like,
Yeah,
the old
sure.
ones
Yeah,
are
the
like the
old
old ones
ones.
are pretty good.
the
Yeah.
ring.
Every time I see a really good horror movie that gives me the spooks, this is what I do when I go to sleep. I dead ass think of Barbies and unicorns. Like that's literally what I think about when like instead of counting sheep, I think of unicorns and Barbies when
So you
while I
turn
fall
gay.
asleep, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, no homo style, but
no
like
homo.
No homo.
No homo, but.
but like yeah.
I just either don't go to sleep, or I will watch a funny movie right afterwards. Oh, actually, most
Yeah,
of the
sure.
time, I don't go to sleep until I pass out like from exhaustion, and then I don't remember anything. I'm just like, I'm so tired that I just pass out.
My mentality is that if I watch like a movie, like a scary movie that has like demons involved, dude,
Yeah.
if I think about the if I think about the demon while I'm asleep, then like the demon will like I'll summon the demon to me. I don't know why, but like I was like I can't think of this demon, dude. It'll be like right behind me then, dude. Like 'cause like I had like
Can't think of like
sometimes I get like
creepypasta.
really bad like sleep paralysis when I'd like watch like I would watch like a horror movie,
Oh no.
like and like especially that, dude, it was really bad. So I just think like thinking of like Barbies and like unicorns, I swear to God, help me like so much.
I'm
to not
kind of
think
glad
about
that
it.
I haven't had a dream in like the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
well, you actually have dreams. I believe
yeah,
I
I
heard.
mean,
Yeah, you
I
always
don't
have
believe-
dreams, you just
yeah,
don't
yeah.
remember.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
exactly
hearing
what I heard.
like
Yeah.
I don't remember any of my dreams
No.
ever.
Yeah, that's
And that's the thing. It's the weird thing is like it's not necessarily that I don't remember them.
I mean, like all I remember
Because
is
They're
if-
very faint memories.
yeah.
It's
I mean, I remember
probably
straight,
they're not
like,
they're
black.
not very vivid.
Yeah.
They're not like it's as if I was. Well, it's not as if it was like I was. I don't know how to explain it, but I just don't have like I just don't go through dreams anymore. I don't experience them like
Me neither.
nearly as often.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like the
And-
thing with me is that like I'm such like a horny fuck now. Is that like I just have like
Just in the
dreams
middle of
about
like
sex.
scary stories.
and shit.
Yeah, I like to fuck a lot.
And that's the thing, yeah. And because I don't have as many dreams, I don't experience that either, which is sad. But-
Yo, maybe that's like an actual thing. Like I don't know if it's
You
whether
steal
you
my
grow
dreams?
up. No, like I don't know like whether
Dude,
it's like
going-
you growing up you get less dreams or like you remember less dreams or maybe it's because ooh. Yeah, that was bad audio.
I'm gonna not lean back
So-
anymore.
So yeah, we're just gonna. So I'm gonna repeat that again. So
Okay.
maybe it's not like the fact that like you grow like I don't know if it's like you grow up and you just start remembering dreams less, or maybe like it's like actually like the hormones that you get through puberty that like I don't know maybe. I don't know, but like dude, it's weird because like I definitely get less dreams. Well, I don't get less dreams. I just don't remember my dreams as vividly as I was when I was younger.
Yeah.
Cause I'd have some crazy dreams. dude.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
Dude,
Dreams
I've actually like watched videos and like tried to have a dream because like I haven't like I know you apparently do have dreams, you just don't remember them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't remember anything. Like all I remember is like my eyes black when I close them when I fall asleep, and then when I wake up them being black. That's
have
it.
you guys ever had lucid dreams?
Have you ever just wake up and you're black?
Maybe.
When
I don't
was
think
little,
so.
I did.
I don't
I
think
had
so.
a lot of
Wait,
dreams
You guys know what a
every
lucid
night.
dream is, right?
I forgot.
Yeah.
No.
I
Where you
believe
can
it's like a
control
dream where where
everything.
you control everything.
Or you
yeah,
know
I've
you're
had
in a
one
dream.
of those.
Yeah.
Dude,
I-
it's crazy. Like, so I had a lucid dream that took place in like in a zombie apocalypse, dude.
Oh.
And
Was
like,
it that one that you were terrified of where like they carved your skin out?
oh my god, yes. No, it wasn't
What?
that one, but I'm gonna actually talk about that. I'm not gonna
Okay.
talk about the lucid
All
dream.
right, tell us
This
about
was
that later.
the scariest dream I've ever had in my life, and I'm glad that I forgot about it. But fuck you for bringing it back up, Logan.
You told me about
But
it.
dude, so this is like the scariest dream I ever had in my life. So I believe I was like held up and like I was barricaded it inside like a pharmacy or like a store or something, and the zombies. I don't know why I have a lot of zombie apocalypse dreams, but like the zombies
Good topic.
ended up bringing like they ended up breaking in, right? And for some reason, I heard this thing that like if you die in a dream, you die in real life. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, no.
And yeah, I don't think that's true, but like, dude, I always thought that was real, cause I wasn't a fact checking nerd like I am today. But yeah, so it was in a pharmacy, and like the zombies break in, and I guess I must have fell, but the zombies like I didn't feel it, but I was like horrified. Like they were tearing off like by hand pieces of like my face, and like I could feel like pressure of them like ripping off like parts of like my cheek and shit like that.
What is
And like they're like just like eating it, and like they're like tearing like apart my body, dude, and I'm just like witnessing this shit, and it's like so terrifying,
Yeah,
dude.
no.
Like I'm seeing this because like it's not real life. Like you don't like you don't like die before this shit happens because
Yeah.
it's in a dream. So I'm just like witnessing my body getting torn apart by like these ravaging beasts, dude. And I'm just like, I'm terrified, dude. I wake up in like a cold sweat, dude. And I'm just like, I was so happy to get out of that dream.
Oh.
Oh, I have a couple of dreams, but I wanna say something about the real scary stuff. I have two things that are really quick. So I used to have an old TV that we bought in a garage sale, and it was normal. I thought it was a normal TV, but I remember one time like there was
Is it
static.
like a box TV?
Yeah, it was a really old box TV, and there was like static happening, and then like
Oh yeah, you could like rub your fingers like across
Yeah.
the screen and like it'd like make like
Yeah.
a little pop. Yeah.
yeah, and then I remember that we were trying to go to sleep, my brother and me, because we lived in the same room at the time, or we slept in the same room. So we tried to turn it off, and it was on top of a cabinet. Oh, it was on top of a cabinet, and I remember us trying to turn it off. We pressed the power button, and it wouldn't work, and then we unplugged it, and it was still on. Like I would like this. I'm dead serious. It was still on, and we unplugged it, and it was not turning off. And then eventually, after a little bit, it did turn off. But for like a whole minute that it was on without the power plugged in. So like
That's weird.
like I'm like
That is-
you could say that I guess there was power still in it, but to be off for an entire minute,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
felt like a very
Yeah.
long time. And then the other story is about my older brother. It was before I was born, so
You don't know if this is true or not.
You just heard
my brother told me he would he sounded like he was serious about this.
Yeah.
Well, another garage sale thing. So, they went to a garage sale and they brought my older brother a mattress because he was like small at the time and he had his own room, and he eventually like every night he told me every night that he slept on it, he would always have a nightmare. Like every single night he slept on it, and eventually one time he only told me about one of the nightmares that he had. But he said that the most terrifying nightmare he had was he was in his room, and a red ball came up the stairs, and like that doesn't happen. It got thrown up the stairs, and then he slowly waited, and he was still asleep. So I don't know if he was trying to wake up or anything, but he heard or he didn't hear anything, but he eventually something started coming up the stairs, and it was someone with a distorted face, and he said he remembers it and it was terrifying to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always been wary of like garage sales and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. So and then eventually he said he got to a point where he would actually just start sleeping under his bed because he was so terrified of sleeping on that bed. He slept under the bed. I was like, okay, that's pretty serious.
Yeah.
Like if you're
Yeah.
sleeping under the bed.
One thing to note here, I guess, is that like
If you're buying something from a garage sale, there's a reason why they have it in a garage sale.
Yeah.
but also all of these stories, they happen at a young age.
Yeah, they happen at a
Yeah.
young age.
They usually do.
Adults also report scary things as well, but all of these things
Vivid imaginations, basically.
happening at a young age. Like just how I was freaked out by the ghosts, creaking, on the
Yeah.
floor. It's like it's not your imagination runs with it. And
Mhm.
thing is, if I continued to believe in ghosts, I would have said there was something there that was on the that was walking around, and I could have made it seem like it was this big.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
reminds me of a scene where in The Office where it's like Michael has like herpes or something. He has like a
What?
cold.
What
He has like a
episode is
he has like a
that?
cold sore or some bump that's like on his lip.
I don't remember that.
And then I remember Pam in the office saying something like, "Michael, do not let your imagination run wild." And he says something like, "Pam, I can't do that. I actually have a good imagination. Your imagination's bad," or something like that.
Oh.
And he calls every single one of his exes to see if they have herpes or to warn them if they have herpes.
Oh.
So him saying that your imagination running with it, yeah, it just reminded me of that scene.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
I
yeah.
think I remember that.
Yeah,
That's good.
everything, almost like all the stories that we talk about, like basically just like happen at a young age.
Yeah.
And the thing about you talking about the garage sales reminds me of another movie called The Possession.
Oh,
And,
that's
like
the one
buy,
you just.
yeah, that's the one that I just looked up. It was like about an antique box, and like there's like a demon inside the box, and then it gets unleashed and shit like that. I was
Jack
like,
and Jones.
yeah, basically, yeah, except a little less PG, a little more R-rated.
So
Is that all or?
No,
wait.
Oh,
so garage sales have like a famous, like they're loved by creepypasta stories because it's like I don't know where this thing came from.
Yeah, anything can.
Someone
happen
else
with
had it, and then I bought it, and I thought it was a normal thing, but
Yeah.
it didn't. It wasn't normal. Like the whole Ben drowned thing. I don't know if you've heard of that, but
Yeah,
like,
I've heard that.
Ben drowned.
What's that? Can you just give me a recap?
So
Something about Ben drowning.
so this guy he purchases was it a Nintendo 64
Oh, yeah.
cartridge or something like that? It was a Nintendo cartridge of Zelda.
Mhm.
I think it was Mask something. I don't know the Zelda games, but it was one of the Zelda games, the 3D one, and so the story goes that a guy he gets the game, plugs it in, it acts normal. Yeah, oh my god, no.
What?
It acts normal for a little bit, but then like it starts freaking out. Like the textures start to go missing. There's this character that starts following you around. Character's speech starts getting like corrupted. Save files start saying weird things. Hi, and so like, and then the character that is like, they don't actually follow you, they teleport to you, and it's like a statue that teleports to you at random times. There's
There's like an
they-
angel, like the weeping angel.
Oh, Weeping
Oh,
Angels,
yeah.
somewhat, but not exactly.
The statue looks like.
You go underwater, and the thing teleports to you, and then it like speaks to you, and it says, "Ben drowned," and the theory goes that Ben drowned and is haunting this game,
Yeah. that's
and
weird.
so like yeah, basically that's the gist of it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to tell you about this girl that I used to screw with.
Alright,
Great
yeah,
transition.
sure, yeah,
Great
let's do it.
transition.
No,
from
it's
horror to
about
that.
scary. It's about scary.
You
Oh,
can sit on the
okay.
couch.
Oh, so there's this girl. I don't remember what her name was, but it was back when I was little.
Mhm.
She was so gullible, dude. Like, there's some stuff that I said there was not good, but I'm not gonna mention that.
Oh no.
It was so we went to we were on a class trip. We were on a class trip. We were just coming back from somewhere. It was like really far away. So I got to talk to her. She sat directly behind me.
Uh-huh.
So like her face would be pressed against the wall, and I get like really close to him, and then like I'd be and then I was talking about like how the Paranormal Activity movies, like every time I'd watch one, I'd have a dream where I was this creature and we'd walk around in my house with a bunch of other scary people. I was like, it happens every time, and I was acting all serious, and then she was like, oh my God, Logan. You're so scary. I'm like, she was so. She was like, I was screwing with her, and to this day, actually, I think she goes to the high school with us. I've seen her before.
Who?
I don't want to say her
Okay,
name.
sure.
Oh yeah, so like yeah.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I've seen her before, and I don't know what she thinks of me, or I don't even know if she still knows me. But like, dude, I was screwing with her so hard. She was actually the girl that
I screwed her so hard.
Shut the up, dude.
Bro, I was
Sorry.
like 10 years old.
I'm sorry.
Shut up.
I'm sorry. I
Okay,
had
so-
to. Someone had to.
No.
Alright, go
Okay,
ahead.
okay,
go ahead,
so
go ahead.
so actually that was the girl that sat next to you when I punched you.
You nuts. Oh, fuck you, dude.
Dude, oh yeah, so I was on the bus back from a different school trip with Xavier. He was right across from me. So he was like, we were just getting to the school, and I was trying to wake him up, and so was the girl next to him. It was the girl that was like screwing with. So then she drops her head on the metal, and you don't wake up. He didn't wake him up, and then I was like, dude, I know what to do, and I punched him. I punched him in the
nuts.
Yeah, I punched him in the nuts.
Yeah, that's all you had to say. We already said fucking 11.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. So I punched him in the nuts, and then he wakes up crying. He's like,
Oh.
he's like, and then like I remember like we went into the school, and this other kid, he went up to me, he was like, "You alright, man?" And then he was like trying to comfort you, and he was like, "Oh, he punched in your family jewels." I'm like,
Dude, that's what you said.
No,
Family
you said no.
jewels.
It was let's just say their name was
David. David?
no.
Oh.
Just tell me in my ear.
Oh.
Make up a name for
Oh, it was him. Oh
Dude,
shit,
yeah,
yo.
dude. I remember him going up to you. He was like, "He punched you in your family jewels." I'm like, oh shit, because it was like the last day of school. It was like, oh fuck, I'm about to get in trouble
Dude.
at the last day of school.
Dude, in second grade. Hold on, come here. I don't know if you know who that is, but so it was second grade, dude. We were on a school field trip on like the last day of school. I don't know who decided that was a good idea, but it was a school field trip, and someone opened the emergency window, but the alarm didn't go off.
What?
I don't know how, but the alarm didn't go off. So he's like, dude, you try it. So I open the emergency window, and I start pushing out the window, and the alarm goes off. So I close that shit right away. And they know it's me because like only like there's like alarms, like there's only like 3 or some shit, like 3 windows that actually have like emergency exits.
Wow.
And like, so the teacher knows it's me. So my teacher is like, I'm gonna see you after school.
Oh.
And then,
Dang.
Dude.
we get off the bus because it's the end of the school, dude. And the teacher's like in the back of the bus, dude. Dude, that sounds really bad. Teacher's in the back of the bus, and I'm in like towards the front. I swear to God, I've never ran off of a bus faster in my fucking life, dude.
Oh,
I
so
ran
it was the last day of
so
school?
yeah,
See ya,
dude.
bitch.
I ran so fast off that bitch, dude. Actually, no, I don't think this was. No, it wasn't. But like, I ran so fast off the bus, and I got in my mom's van. This is when I had the green van at the time, dude. Do you remember that?
I remember a van.
It was a green van. Oh, shit, dude, I just doxed. We'll have to cut that shit out.
Okay.
But, dude, yeah. So I'm in the van, right, and I'm going home, and then
How long
yeah,
is
okay,
it? How long
I'm
is
going home. It's like 1 hour, right? Yeah. So we're going home, and the next day later, yeah, this wasn't the end of the school year. The next day later, I guess the teacher either like didn't really care at all, or just like completely forgot. 'Cause the next day later, because this was like in second grade, so this is like homeroom shit like that. Like you don't go into like other classes, like you get all your shit there.
Yeah.
She just like did not talk to me about it. Like she just like sat at her desk and just like taught. And there's also another incident in that grade. Is it Kurt?
Yeah.
Dude, Kurt, you probably know who this is.
I don't know if you can
You
tell
know,
me. I'm like
so-
across from the mic.
Yeah. Like so in second grade, she was like this girl. We'll call her.
Actually, you can tell me, Logan. You're really nice.
Yeah, you can tell me. So there's this girl. I don't know what to give her name as.
Shane.
Sarah.
Saint
Oh, no,
Sarah.
Yeah. Let's just give her the name of Sarah.
Alright.
So the Sarah girl was in my class, and there's this other guy named. We'll just call him Dave again. We'll just keep using the name Dave.
Dave is
So
our new
Dave, me,
Don't only be one
and
person.
Sarah, we're all in a reading group together.
You almost slipped up there.
What do you mean?
You were about to say the name, weren't you?
friend.
You don't know who this is.
Oh,
Yeah.
I-
So Dave, me, and Sarah were all in a reading group together. And Dave was not a very good kid. He knew a lot. He was the one kid in that class. He was like the one kid in your class that is like that knows like by the age of like fucking 3, they know like what like pussies are and shit like that.
Oh.
So he was that kid, and he told me to call Sarah a lesbian.
Oh.
And I was in 2nd grade at the time, so I didn't know what that meant.
I knew
dude.
who this was.
I didn't know what that meant. So I called Sarah a lesbian.
Yeah, did she know?
She knew.
Oh no.
And she started crying, dude.
Oh, no.
She told the teacher on me.
Oh no.
And I swear to God, I got sent to like 5 different like punishment. Not really punishment. They're part of the staff that like dealt with like the bad kids, like handed out consequences.
Oh.
But like all 5 of them were not there. I do not know why. I'm pretty sure this is the story that happened at the end of the year. There was like none of the staff there. I got sent to like 3 different staff, and none of them were there. And then the teacher eventually said, "I'm just gonna talk to your mom."
Oh,
dude. But like I
That's
did,
even worse.
like I did on the
You
bus
bolted
story,
away.
I
I was
bolted
running.
to my fucking car, dude.
Oh my.
I left.
I was running.
And dude, it was the end of the end of the school year, so I had like no consequence, dude. So,
Yeah.
dude, that's lit.
Until now.
And then I asked my big brother what that word meant. He was like, "It means that it's when a woman is gay for another woman." And I knew what gay meant. It was like, oh dang. So I was like, really? That's what it means? It's like, how is that bad?
Like, yeah.
But I guess this is when gay wasn't like so openly accepted. It's not like back in like the the fucking 20th century when like
Yeah.
if you're gay you're like an outcast. But it was just like gay was like just like not the norm. It's not like we're having
And young
pride parades.
kids.
It's
and-
not
Yeah,
yeah,
usual.
young kids.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the story of how you can stop now, Ian. This is a story. That was a story about how in 2nd grade I called someone a lesbian.
So, I have somewhat an embarrassing story, which is really fucking weird because I was talking to myself earlier, yesterday, I think, about this story. I was thinking to myself about it. So, this is one of the only times that I've been sent to the office for doing something bad.
Oh man.
Like,
Wow, I never thought it would happen.
like,
You?
yeah, no, I
You,
don't.
Odin? You?
Out of the 4 of us.
Yeah,
It
you.
was when I was young, elementary school.
Oh, that reminds me of the story, but after yours.
Elementary school, one of the only times I've been sent to the office for something bad. And so, this school was in the middle of well, not in the middle, but like this school.
Wait, you went to school?
Whoa, that's crazy.
No, I
Yes.
mean, I thought you were homeschooled.
I was
Oh.
until 3rd grade.
Oh.
And so this was still in elementary school.
Oh, okay.
The elementary school went from kindergarten to fourth.
Fourth. Third. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I went.
Alright.
So I was in 3rd grade, but I was in 4th grade towards the end of the year. The school was, a part of this little white town. You know the town.
Yeah.
And the town wasn't very culturally diverse. The town was mostly religious, white
Oh.
people.
The stereotypical.
Boring,
White liberal.
boring,
The
boring ass
liberals.
town. Yeah. No.
No, it'd be more like white
Conservatives,
conservatives.
mainly,
Yeah.
probably.
Alright.
But so yeah, the town was that, and
church. Sorry, go ahead.
so one day, I think it was after Christmas, a girl, really, really nice girl, she was like, her, shut up.
We're not gonna say what happened.
I'm
kidding.
This is in 4th grade, alright? So
Whoa.
she was literally
Whoa.
like the nicest soul on earth. She was kind to everyone she could be.
Except
She
you.
smiled all the time, and it wasn't like fake smiles. She was just happy all the time.
Oh.
At least that's how she appeared. She could have been depressed as fuck, but you know, she
Oh, gee.
appeared happy.
Just
She
out of nowhere.
spread positivity. She did like a lot for the school. You know,
Depressed in fourth. Wait, you said fourth grade?
fourth grade.
Depressed in fourth grade. Gen Z be like.
So, no.
No, go.
But she was super kind to everyone. She after Christmas handed out these little, I don't know if they were homemade, probably not, but she handed out these little angels. They had like a little bit of string that was like a loop. I don't know.
Christmas tree.
And they had like little halos, I think. But yeah,
Yeah.
they were little
Mhm.
angels. She handed them out to the class,
Oh, that's
and I
cute.
was like, "That's cute."
Be
You
my
know,
wifey.
but like,
Be my wife.
I actually, she was my crush for a while. She was my crush for a while, because
Stop, he's trying
she
to
was
chill.
pretty. She was pretty, but, give me one.
Huh? Go ahead.
But she yeah, she handed out these angels, and I was like, that's cute, but
Fuck the church.
why?
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
it was like, I was just like, why these? Why these? Why can't I just, like, this school didn't give a flying fuck about Christianity
Yeah.
being in the school. Like, some songs the choir sung, which isn't
Yeah.
that bad.
But almost like,
But, like,
every choir has
that which
like,
isn't that
Christian
bad,
songs.
but like it was literally promoting God, and it was like this is
Yeah.
a church song, like this should be over there. They gave us this packet, and I don't know if they stole it off the internet or something because
Yoink.
it looked like it was printed really rough, but the packet, like, it had things about, you know, Jesus of Nazareth.
The thing is like, so I've been in choir since 6th grade, and I'm going into 10th grade, and I'm part of the best choir in the school. And the thing is with Christian songs is that it's not about promoting Christianity. It's just like
It's a
they're
good
very
song.
they're very well written.
Yeah,
They
they
have
are.
very
They
good
are.
accompaniments and,
And
stuff like that.
that's the thing
It just happens to
that I've
Yeah.
come to understand. It's
Yeah.
like, just because it has God in it doesn't really mean it's bad.
Mhm.
Jesus. That's terrible.
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 But yeah, like the school didn't care really that much about whether kids, you know, did this stuff, but I did because I was fucking rebellious. Ugh!
Wait,
I gotta be
what
rebellious.
did you do?
So, I got the little angel. I go home, and you know we have the emails that we got from the school district, which you know I thought was cool. I go on a YouTube section rant about these little angels. Legit, I go on a YouTube rant about these little angels, and I was just like angry, and I was like so cringy because I acted like I knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
But
Pretend to be
I did not. No, I pretended I was Mr. Science Man.
On me.
And you know, it's a school email, and I realized, yeah, the school can see this, and so I as I was writing this stuff, I also acknowledged this school. You know, I acknowledged all this stuff, pretended I was Mr. Science Man, and either the next day or some time passes, and so I get a word from the office saying, all right, after school, come to the office.
Ooh.
My dad is there.
Ooh.
And I'm just like, this is strange.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
And,
sorry, but-
you know, soon they tell me, we see these emails. We see what you're doing. I think they said we got a complaint from the parents of the children that I was sending
What?
these emails to.
What for?
For being fucking asshole. I don't know.
Oh.
For using their email system to do this stuff. So, yeah, man.
But what are they like? Of course, this happened in the past, but like, how are they gonna punish you for arguing against basically just like pushing like it's not really pushing religion onto anybody. It's literally just giving anybody like everybody like a religious gift. Like you don't have to accept it.
No.
Yeah, it's
But,
just offered.
Yeah, it's just offered. Like, dude, like those people that like offer the Bibles that were like outside of like our high school and outside of our middle school, dude. Like those people, like I just grab the Bible and I just like throw it away at home or like I
Oh,
give
dude,
it to
I always
somebody
kept
else.
those.
Me too.
I was
have
like,
a- have a
I
small
always
one.
planned on like cutting out the paper and using it as like a little book or something because I was like, oh, that's a really nice book.
Yeah,
And that, but I never did. 'cause
I
it
either
was
just
too
threw
much
it away
work.
or I gave it to somebody that wanted it. But like,
Oh.
you can't really punish somebody for showing and like arguing against like giving people religious gifts.
Well, that's the thing is, they knew that, like, I was not happy about this. I was clearly, as like they said, I was upset and like sorry, and so they didn't punish me. Actually, surprisingly, even though these families complained and I was sent to the office, I actually didn't get punished.
like a disciplinary action thing
Um,
against you.
Because clearly I had like already learned my lesson.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a lesson. It was, phew. Like I was. You know how Christians will sometimes paint atheists as these angry people who just hate God.
There's a lot.
I
of
was
movies
that
like
stereotypical atheist
That hated God. Yeah.
that hated
Oh.
God, except I.
the thing, like,
God is gay.
Yeah, yeah. But like I'm an atheist, but like I don't like I'm not like a radical atheist. Like I don't like fuck God, fuck the church, fuck everything that belongs with like Christianity,
Yeah, no.
Islam, and like everything like that.
Yeah.
I just like. And I won't deny people that believe in that shit
Yeah,
too.
it's
Like,
just what you
yeah.
believe
I'm
in.
just like, if you want to talk about God, sure, like go ahead. Like if
Yeah,
you want to
you
believe in
have-
a God, then
you have-
that's cool,
Yeah, it's
dude.
your
But like,
choice.
just don't push that religion and shit. Don't push that shit onto me.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you might not fucking like what I'm gonna say to you. You might not like what I'm gonna that sounds like a threat, but like.
I will kill
just
you.
don't do that shit because it's a violation of my rights.
God's real. Believe in Him now.
It's a violation of
Obey.
my rights, and I really just don't give a fuck. I don't believe in a God. Don't try and push that shit onto me.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it can be awful.
And I went, yeah.
even
I
after
went to
refusing-
church as a kid. Like my
Yeah.
grandparents took me to church, like almost like every weekend that I was there at their house.
Did your grandma go?
Yeah. Yeah. My mom didn't go though. I don't think she was religious ever, but like my grandparents were pretty religious, so we went there
Yeah.
almost all the time. But then like I don't know, I always thought it was like Chris D'Elia. I don't know how to pronounce his name. He said like church is pretty creepy, dude. Like, and when I went there, I guess I had that mindset of church is like actually creepy. Like, I don't know. There's something about it that's just like puts me off. But I never really like believed in God. I guess even though as a child I went to church.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, there's definitely. I always got somewhat of a creepy vibe. Like all of these people, and then there's just like this one guy,
Yeah.
and it's actually a sermon, but
Yeah.
it's like you don't. It's like we're just.
I guess I've always been
Going
kind of
here.
like skeptical. I don't know. It's just like
Of what?
like
You guys never pinpointed anything. Just said. What happened?
what'd you do? Just pick it back up.
This guy in the background.
Just pick it back up. Put it on the
I
top.
thought it was like I thought it was a light bulb or something. It was just maraca.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, if I don't see or if there's like no proof, like even, and I knew this as a kid, like if there's no proof of something existing, then I won't really believe it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I don't know.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah. That's the thing. With,
It's
like,
kind of the whole Santa Claus thing. There's a
Yeah.
debate going
Yeah.
on, or at least kind of within like even the atheist community about whether we should teach Santa Claus because Santa Claus doesn't exist, but
Yeah.
we're pushing it onto our children as if he does.
But
I
there's
have
also
the
things like-
personal belief that it's good because then the child like has the opportunity to be
understands-
skeptical
yeah.
of this thing. Like it's almost practice in a way to not believe everything
And
you hear.
Also,
Yeah.
if you believe, like, if you have like a mindset like that, then if we have like we only have like theoretical evidence that the Big Bang happened.
Yeah.
Like we don't have hard concrete facts that our universe was made by a Big Bang, or that we don't have
Or a
hard
God.
concrete facts that or a God. Yeah, that was really like that was exactly what I was about to say next. Like, if you want to have that mindset, then you can't really teach like Big Bang theory and like the big. This sounds like I'm referencing the show. Like, you can't really teach like the Big Bang theory because we don't know if it happened or
You
not.
should explain
Yeah.
what that is to the people that don't know.
That don't
Basically-
understand the Big Bang theory.
I think that's one of the most
So,
famous
theories
theories
out
besides the
there.
theory of gravity. which
Basically-
So whenever I mention the Big Bang Theory, they're like, "Oh, you're talking about the show," and like, no, the theory, no.
like
show.
like yeah no like
They're
They know more
they're
how our
the show.
universe was made.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they're like, I hate that show. Stop talking about it. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm talking about.
so I don't know if it's that all matter existed in one tiny point, or if it just I'm pretty sure like all
So-
matter of the universe existed in one tiny point, right?
as we understand it, all matter was condensed into an
Infinitely small, dude. What the
like,
fuck,
whoa.
Jinx,
infinitely
dude? Yeah.
small point.
Nothing was ever anywhere, according
yeah.
to Bill Wirtz.
And this, it's
Yeah, I'll just
for
get
some reason, we call it a singularity. It's kind of like what black holes have.
Yeah.
This infinitely small point suddenly expanded. It's not, the name Big Bang is kind of not like
Faulty.
very representative of what happened. It was just a great expansion, and that's theoretically when time started, and you know,
And
like
then,
everything,
the quarks and
it-
shit.
you know, there was just energy and like small particles smaller than I think quartz maybe, or not quartz, quarks maybe.
I just remember.
There's like quarks and shit, and then they
Yeah.
became like
And
they
then-
married into like electrons and neutrons, and then like
and then
the-
they came together slowly over time as the heat came down because it was
Yeah.
very hot. The reason that we theorize this is because of the microwave background. I can't remember the exact name, but the microwave background that we see.
It's just
which-
a big microwave.
Basically, yeah, like we we see a whole bunch of just this like
So each planet is popcorn.
yes.
basically, yeah.
The reason why I
Um,
was laughing earlier is because I just remembered the thing from earlier when we tried to start it and Logan made a certain thing.
Oh,
That's all I'm gonna say. But okay, let's
yeah.
go.
But yeah, so like the scientists, like I can't remember if they heard or just like measured this microwave background, and it was like, what is this? And they saw that, well, it's everywhere. Something had to like it had to have come from somewhere, and the only way something can be like everywhere and not have an exact origin point is if it was, you know, like there. So yeah, and so, you know, universe is expanding, and
This is like, we started at scary stories and branched off on how the universe was made.
Wow. How do
and
we do
religion.
I
but-
don't know.
but yeah, so it's not just a theory, you know. There is evidence, you know, gravity is just a theory by that same logic, but
Yeah.
It's pretty much what we think happened. We don't know what happened before then. We're not sure what happened exactly afterwards. We know pretty much what happened like 0.01 seconds after that. At least we're pretty sure of it. But yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen, how the universe is gonna die. You know, it's just expanding as it is. So many mysteries to it. So many things we don't know.
Yeah.
We can
Plus, we're only
speculate.
15. We don't have degrees, so we
Yeah,
probably
no.
don't
So,
even know what the fuck we're talking
I
about.
remember-
basically.
I remember
Don't believe anything
someone
we
saying.
say, just
I
take
remember
it in
hearing
account.
somewhere that the reason people say the universe is infinite because the Big Bang is still happening at this point right now.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Well-
there's like
If the universe has a beginning and it was an expansion, that means it couldn't be infinite.
yeah. I heard that like I like to watch like space documentaries and shit. So like, that's probably really old, Jan. Anyways, I was like, apparently, like the expansion of the universe is like accelerating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like it was slowing down, and then it's accelerating due to like dark energy or some shit like
Yeah.
that. Sounds like
That's-
some
that's
Star Wars shit.
Theorized, I think what's causing the expansion of the universe, we don't know. You know, like, we've never really been able to measure it well.
And we probably
Dark
won't really
energy
be
is
able
more
to.
mysterious than dark matter.
Yeah.
Which even then we don't know a whole lot about, even though it makes up 99% or some like in the
Some-
90s
Yeah.
percent of our universe.
Mhm.
And it's insane. But yeah, it is accelerated. It is believed to be accelerated from our point of view. It is accelerating.
Oh.
I think we might have lost a member of our podcast, but I think he might be back.
Maybe. Wait, so
We don't know.
wait. Okay, so the three of you are using your real names, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm the cool one. Yeah.
But they know your name as well. And we're not going to refer to you as a random person.
Shut up.
He already said your name.
Shut up.
It's not a mystery.
Shut up.
YouTube.com/a
guys-
random person on
Yeah.
YouTube.
That's my real name. I was born like that. They knew.
Definitely not. Is that him coming back?
What do you mean?
Hopefully.
Really not. Maybe. Yep, he's right there. He nodded as if he was gonna do something epic.
You coming back? Okay.
Oh, all right.
It's free real estate.
It's free real estate, bro. It's free real estate. Hey, you gonna close that door? Oh. Oh.
Wait, whose dad's here? Your dad? Oh.
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome.
We're recording right now.
We're cool.
Yeah, we're cool guys.
Yeah.
So,
okay, wait, what was the topic we were on?
And this,
We can change it, though.
Okay.
We're,
I think we're
we're
done with that.
15.
I think we're done with the universe because I think we explained everything that we know.
Yeah.
yeah, true.
Which is
At least what
basically
the
like
American
1% of
education
everything.
system has
Oh.
taught us.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
what
yeah,
our
yeah.
own research has taught
since
us.
we're on the universe topic, do you guys believe in aliens?
Yes.
I think it's
Yeah.
possible.
I
Well-
believe that there's almost like no chance that aliens don't exist.
Actually, yeah, because
how-
like
it,
we
I
can't
guess
be
it
the only
depends.
ones.
It depends on how you define aliens, because
Just things outside of our world.
yeah,
Like
that-
microorganisms,
ali-
anything like
It
that.
could look
Life.
exactly like it could pretty much be humans, but like on a different planet. I
Yeah.
call those aliens.
aliens is like defined as anything that's not from Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, any
Any
actual
life.
living life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Plants?
believe that it is like almost impossible.
Yeah.
Like, I believe it is impossible that somewhere where while the universe is being created that we cannot be the only living things
Yeah,
in the universe.
Because it makes
like,
sense.
like-
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
like, especially if you imagine how vast our universe is and
Yeah.
how insanely
Mhm.
huge, like incomprehensibly
yeah,
huge it is.
Yeah, it would be like
There's almost no chance. Like it, but it's just like we don't have the resources in order to like
yeah.
figure out if that shit is real. But like
Yeah,
if
no.
there is any organisms that live nearby.
The thing is, it's a very strange thing because we don't see any evidence yet.
but
Yeah.
the
Like,
statistics. So
Statistically, it's
Like-
nearly impossible.
that's why I'm
Yeah.
like in
It's
between.
nearly
but I'm, like,
impossible
super close
that
to
we're the
yes.
only ones. But we don't see any evidence yet, and it's surprising. You know, when we look at distant planets that are exactly like Earth, that are in the Goldilocks zone, that
Yeah.
are very habitable, that have liquid water even, we don't see evidence of life. And for some, even farther planets, we couldn't really see them anyways because they just be little specks. But still, you'd think we'd see something, and we don't, surprisingly. And you'd think that if life, like if we weren't the only ones, that life would have started maybe before us, and then a civilization, much more advanced civilization,
Yeah, there is a chance
might
that will like
come out.
Yeah.
Might come out of that. But unfortunately, we just don't see anything. It's very strange.
yeah,
It's
I
very
remember
strange.
I watched an episode of Game Theory, and it was or like Film Theory or something about that, and it was about how that it is almost impossible that there's no other living creatures, and that there are most definitely other aliens out there, but making a civilization that in time to branch out into space and go looking for other civilizations
Takes a really long time.
yeah, and that it's like almost impossible
Mm-hmm.
or something like that
Well,
because of like how
what's-
like people or like
the
it's just-
limitations,
or
like
how we have like greed and stuff and like and all this like how we would just try to conquer other civilizations and stuff, and that's why
Mhm.
it's impossible for us since we have like all
Yeah.
these mental
problems.
issues.
Well, yeah, and but
Also,
you have to think that maybe in the future we will evolve a different way, because I think it's a part of human nature to be competitive like this and not actually, be utilitarian.
Yeah.
Or not utilitarian, like be
capitalist, no.
altruistic.
Yeah, yeah.
Altruistic, it's like for some reason it's just like death, seeing other people suffer it's a
Yeah.
part of us.
But you also got to realize that like the way that our civilization is going into like a direction right now, in like a
right
few
now?
like 100 years, like
Over.
we're probably gonna we're gonna fuck this planet.
Yeah. We're gonna.
Like if we actually
we
don't make
are
a change,
fucking this
yeah,
planet
we are.
already.
We're in the middle of
We've
banging this planet
been-
right now.
It's like legit worse than war. It's
Exactly,
ourselves
like-
being
like-
too stupid to do anything.
Yeah,
For
it's like
ourselves.
if we don't make an immediate change to the way that we live as a human, as like a race, like as a human race, then like we'll fuck up our planet, like in record time. And like
Self-extinction.
yeah, we'll lead ourselves to extinction. But if we somehow change our ways, and
Somehow.
we evolve to become like some sort of like ultra species that can like go on large voyages, like we first need to like hold reconnaissance. Like I saw this this video is like how origami helps like NASA or some shit, and like they came up with this like machine called like the star shade or some shit like that, where it basically blocks out the light from a star.
Dyson sphere.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Um,
I heard that it was like a star shade. I think that's what it was called, like a star shade. And like they block out the light from the star, and they only have like the space telescope looking at the planet, because like relative to the planet, the star is a lot brighter, so you can't really see the planet. Like the planet if it's right next to the star, because it's just so much brighter. So if you use that technology to block out this light from the star, then you'll be able to see the planet, and you'll be able to actually like see if it has like life holding materials on it
Yeah.
and stuff. But dude, the way shit's going on right now, man, either
It's-
we're gonna nuke each other to death, or we're just like
Run out of
climate
resources,
change.
yeah.
We're gonna run out of resources, climate change, and shit like that, dude.
Yeah.
No, the Dyson sphere idea is a very cool idea, and it's theorized that once a civilization has created this sort of sphere, it doesn't have to be a complete sphere, it can be a cube, however, that might be inefficient. You surround the sun with this ball, and it's basically like a giant solar array where you harvest like a ton of energy. You know, it doesn't have to be 100%, but you can harvest so much energy from the sun. And it's theorized that a civilization could live on the outside of that, I think, is what like is proposed.
That's not
is,
what I was talking about.
No?
No.
Oh, well,
But you can go.
but a Dyson sphere, yeah, it's theorized that once a civilization has that control, they've reached the next level of civilization. I think it's said that there are like 3 levels, which is really like, I guess, broad, or
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's really hard to gain. This first level is you have control over your planet, and then you conquered your solar system, and then you've conquered your entire galaxy.
Yeah.
Which, those are like huge leaps to make. But as a civilization, if you've done that, then, you know, like you're basically,
Hopefully,
you
Logan
have
comes
so
back.
many resources.
Yeah, I heard that like, if you like, you correct me on this, but I heard somewhere that like you can cover up like half of Africa with solar panels only, and that's enough energy in order to like power all buildings in the entire world. I don't know if that's true or not. I heard it was something about Africa. I think it was like either half of it or like you can cover Africa with solar panels. Like every inch is covered with solar panels, and like it'll be able to power the entire world. It's just, like,
I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah.
Hell, take just a fourth of that, and you've probably covered all of Africa, some of the Middle East. Take the deserts in the U.S. Just cover those in solar panels, and then you will have probably gained enough energy to power the U.S. I don't know
Yeah.
the numbers exactly, but like there's a lot of empty space just here that we could use.
I feel like we use energy, like we make and use energy so inefficiently, and like we oh, there he is, he's coming back. So like we use and make energy so inefficiently, and we use like resources to make the energy that just like are the worst like resources ever. Like coal destroys the like coal and shit like that destroys the ozone layer and stuff like that, and like it's just we use like the worst materials ever, yet we still use them for like no apparent reason.
From
I think so. Do you gotta leave?
No.
Oh, okay. It's probably at your
I
house.
need a charger. My phone's down. Does no one have an iPhone?
No.
No.
Yeah, no one has an iPhone.
No
charger.
one at all in this family.
no.
No, it's iPhone charger.
That's
I don't know
USB
what
mini.
Your
chargers.
dad or mom doesn't have a charger?
No, no one here has iPhone except you.
My phone's okay.
But, but yeah.
He leaves.
Do we want to talk about politics, dude?
No, I'm not gonna say. I haven't said anything so far. As soon as we talked about space, because I'm just listening. I'm not keeping-
You want to say something?
Everyone should be able to say the N word.
Nincompoop. There you go.
Hey,
Thank
that's
you.
Yes,
possibly
we're
a-
doing a revolution.
a
Nincompoop,
good-
nincompoop, nincompoop. Yeah.
Nincompoop.
You want to talk about Area 51?
Area
I hope
51.
nobody legit goes there, because they're gonna die.
No, there's definitely some people like
No,
there's a lot of stupid people in the world.
Yeah, I
and
know.
I definitely like
I hope just not too many.
I wouldn't be surprised if like a quarter of the people that like of the quarter of a million people that like signed up to go there actually went there. Like I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised at all, because like there are so many stupid people. Man.
Yeah.
There's so many.
It's just like I don't want to like be like r/I am very smart, but like
a lot of people
Man.
that are don't
They will
really
not.
think much.
yeah, it's like
I went to that Rob Zombie concert, and it was funny. He was about to play before he played a song that was about like UFOs and having sex inside of the UFOs, he
an alien.
mentioned that whole Facebook group. He was like, so I heard that this movement is a hoax. It's a joke. Like, and he said with the people in this stadium or this arena, we could storm it right now. And so yeah, that was basically the intro to his song, and I find it funny because like I assume if you had enough people, it might be possible.
Maybe.
Oh
But
no,
there
with
would
a
be
million people,
so
you could
much-
definitely storm. You can definitely storm one base,
Yeah, but then
unless they like dropped a nuke on you.
which they're not gonna do in the middle of the U.S. But like, thing is though, is as soon as they see a million people coming at them, they're gonna call in backup.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. Personally, I think that if there wasn't such a big chance of so much death, I would say that's actually not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Because what is actually in there? They say it's a training grounds or something, but it's like it's more than that, because the government apparently, at least that's what I heard, is the government didn't even really acknowledge that it existed until 2013. 2013, and it's been there since like 1900s, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like there's definitely some shit that's going on there, dude, and it's going on right under our nose, and no one knows about it except for the people that actually work at Area 51.
How do you get a job at places like those?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
How
I assume the government sees that you're a super smart person, and they're just like, they offer you a fat paycheck. They're just like,
Paycheck.
here's all of the rules, and it's just like this giant list. It's like a UCLA, or not a UCLA, fucking end user agreement thing.
Yeah.
And it's just this giant list of rules. You can't speak about this. You can't talk about this to your
Yeah.
family, your friends, no
Like
one.
you basically
To
like
get
go
where?
invisible.
To get
Like
to work at Area 51.
Yeah, we kind of transitioned to that what you were
yeah.
So like, basically,
Yeah, like basically, I'm
You
pretty
would-
sure
you
like
would have
you
to-
have to make it so that like you don't exist.
you probably have to work in the government for a while
Oh,
to
yeah.
even be
There-
trusted, because you know there's whistleblowers, and there are some people apparently there's like there are people who
claim to have worked there or something.
who claim to have worked there, who claim to work there and say that there's definitely alien activity.
Yeah, I like. There's nothing. There's
Or
no
claim there was
way to make.
UFOs
Yeah, there's
there.
no way to make sure. Like, there's no way to know what's inside of Area 51
Yeah.
until you actually like work. Like,
there.
this is like literally what's happening with like that Facebook group is like how revolutions start.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't start from a meme, it doesn't start from like a shit posting account, but what's happening is basically like that's how revolutions happen, and people don't even understand that. Like literally like getting hundreds of thousands of people to do something all together is literally how revolutions start. But I guess like some people don't understand that, but like if it does happen and it's actually successful and we get to see what goes on inside of Area 51, dude, it'd be like
That'd
one
be
of the
pretty
most
lit.
groundbreaking like discoveries.
It would. It'd go in history, man.
Yeah,
Just
dude.
from a meme.
Mhm.
Too.
Yeah, just from a meme, dude. A
Crazy
shit posting fucking account on
I mean,
Facebook.
I'm guessing it would have happened eventually because memes can do impact.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Jokes can start many things.
Yeah.
Like
Cool. To,
dude, yeah, that'd be so cool to see what's inside of Area 51.
yeah.
But
Don't do
we'll-
it.
we'll leave
but
that
if
up.
we do, make sure you're successful.
We're not
but don't do
encouraging.
it.
We're not encouraging, but we're not discouraging either. So
We're not encouraging, but if you end up doing it, record it.
yes,
Yeah.
make sure to record your findings.
But if you don't, thank you.
Yeah, like we're not responsible for your
We're
actions.
not responsible, but just give us what you see.
Yeah, but like,
It'd be so cool to see what actually happens, like, goes on in there.
The white one.
But yeah, shit, Area 51, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, such a massive like government secret that has been kept for so long, and like really no one cares about it. Like literally, like no, like
What if it's not even a place? What if it's just a decoy?
what if it's just dude, that'd be
A
cool. That'd
decoy?
be cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
yeah,
like-
that'd be interesting.
What if
They
it's in space?
It's in space, not really there. That's a hologram. Aboard the
It's a
International
hologram.
Space Station.
What
Yeah.
if it's on a
Dude, you know what'd be really cool to see?
island?
Like
What?
like a space elevator that can like shoot shit up to like a moon base.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be
That
pretty
I mean, it
base,
would be
that'd be really
cool.
cool.
It'd be kind of unrealistic because the moon is orbiting.
True.
But,
Yeah.
and we're even more. We have our day and night cycle, but
True.
That's when this moon goes on fire.
Dude, yeah.
All right,
like,
that was false information.
Yeah,
Do
we're
not tell
sorry.
your parents that.
we're sorry.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't think you need to tell them that.
I think they
shit,
do.
dude. What if they are the parents? What if the parents are listening?
Yeah, what if the parents are listening, you're just getting false information, and then
Yeah, dude.
they're
what the
gonna
heck?
go to Facebook, share it, and then Xavier's
Exactly,
gonna
yeah.
fact check them. Like he fact checked my uncle.
Then they're
And then
stupid.
Vox,
Dude.
and then
Then
Vox
it's their
is gonna
fault
say
for not
this
being
small
smart enough,
podcast is.
Yeah. By
spreading
the
fake
way,
news.
I am I am that person on Facebook that argues with every single person that posts some shitty article. Like, oh man, dude, I got called. This did I show you the argument? Oh yeah, I posted it in the Discord.
What? Thing I
Yeah.
didn't see.
So I can show you the. Actually, I don't know.
The
where
argument
fuck my
between
phone
who?
is. So there's this girl that posted. So this was during like Pride Month, right?
Yeah.
I'll just tell the story. So this is during Pride Month, and this girl posted. She's part of the LGBTQ community. She posted something about a straight Pride parade happening, and she said "ew" on the title of it, and and so she said "ew" as the title of it, and then in the comments I wrote a joke. I said, "Damn, y'all seem like some big heterophobes," and then obviously because they're kind of dumb, they didn't get the joke, so then they start flaming me.
I mean, like,
And
even
then
if it was a joke,
that's
you're not
that's
wrong.
where I lost my cool a little bit, and I said something along the lines of looks like I ruffled a few feathers. I'm like, dude, maybe I could pull it up on my phone or some shit, dude. Yeah, hold up. I'm gonna
Even
pull
if
up
it
on my
was a
phone.
joke, you weren't wrong. So
Exactly.
Either way, you were in the right.
Exactly. And like I can pull it up, I guess, but like, dude, yeah, it was really funny. Like yeah, this girl ends up calling me not a heterophobe, a homophobe. Because
You're a homophobe for thinking
this
everyone's
fucking Discord
normal,
shit, dude.
where everyone can have the same rights.
yeah,
You're racist for liking black people.
Alright, Julian, I remember you saying something about let's not talk about politics because I haven't said anything dumb yet.
Oh,
You're dumb.
yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding.
I have no
Well,
idea what
okay.
to say. I'm not like taking it personally.
not
I
that there's
just
anything wrong with that.
I can't think of any jokes, so
Lamau.
shit. Wow.
Alright, what topic? What
Say that
topic?
one, yeah.
Yeah,
Should
while I
we?
look for this.
What's the next topic that we should talk about?
Oh, there we go. I found it.
Nazis?
Oh.
No, we were talking about this argument.
Oh yeah, I found it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Okay.
I said,
Yeah.
wow, y'all seem like some heterophobes. This girl says, yikes, suddenly because we disapprove of straight pride parade, we are heterophobic, which I didn't even know was a
It
thing. Probably
is.
because it's not. It's definitely a thing.
Just because
If
I
a
don't
phobia of ducks, if a phobia exists that a duck somewhere, like somehow is watching you, and
Yeah,
like that's a
that's
real
a real
phobia,
thing.
there's no
Yeah.
way that heterophobia is not a real thing.
Yeah.
And he
It's
she
like-
said, yeah,
Which, like,
Alright.
why? Were you repressed for hundreds of years and killed for just being you? What do you have to celebrate? The fact you've been able to live freely with your loved one without fear of being harassed or assaulted, being thrown into labor camps, thrown off buildings, the fact they're trying
She
to
didn't
say
get that
gay...
either. Just
Yeah.
past generations did, not her.
The fact they were trying to say gay pride parade means nothing literally frustrates me to my core. And I said,
No gay pride parade.
I said, looks like I ruffled a few some feathers. It's a fucking joke, you stuck up entitled special fucking retard.
Oh, man.
Maybe if you took that broom and ejected it from up your ass, your eyes would open up. You're not the only one who matters, you self-righteous piece of shit. All you fucking retards beg for equality, but at the same time viciously attack white cisgendered males. I can't fucking stand the hypocriticism from the LGBTQ community. You're a fucking waste of oxygen if you think that you need a parade because you like girls instead of guys, or that you like guys instead of girls. Count your blessings that you live in America, you fucking prick, because if you lived in the Middle East, you'd be publicly executed, you ungrateful swine. Some of the LGBT people that I know are amazing, like blank and blank, but most of you guys are hypocritical, uneducated, stuck-up asswipes that know nothing about how anything works. I feel bad knowing that you and your peers are going to be involved in the future of our society. Fuck you and the rest of your... What?
No.
Fuck you and the rest of the idiotic LGBTQ members that act like you.
This is a huge paragraph.
And yeah.
Dang,
She
man.
said,
I know. I thought it was like 3 sentences
She said,
at least.
she replies, she says, big fucking yikes, nice talking to you, giant ass homophobe. Did I fail to mention yikes? She said, obviously too ignorant for your own good. And I replied, I said, ooh, here we go. Yeah, sure, I'm a homophobe, you got me there. What exactly did I say that was homophobic? I never once called you a, should I say this?
N-word?
I'ma say it.
Wait.
This is all in the context of the
Let
argument.
me see before.
I'm gonna just say it. I never want. This is what I said.
Oh.
I never once called you a faggot or a dyke or a tranny. Also, I never denied your existence for being gay or trans or whatever you are. I don't give two fucking shits if you're gay or not. As long as you're not affecting me, I don't give a fuck.
Wait,
The problem is,
is it for like whatever the podcast is going on's guidelines, or for the viewers, for what we say?
basically for like
So we
getting
don't get in
age
trouble.
restricted
Oh,
or
okay,
like
then,
trouble,
yeah.
but like we
'Cause,
probably
like-
are age restricted anyways.
Yeah.
I said the problem is with the people in the yeah, the problem is with the people in the LGBTQ community that act like they're the only one that exists and that they need every single person bowing down and catering to their every fucking problem. It's also with the people that think that celebrating heterosexuality is a direct assault on homosexuality or bisexuality when it's not. Why can't we all celebrate sexualities together, even heterosexuality, and you stop being a little fucking cunt about it? I might be ignorant, but it seems like I'm the only one fucking here that actually wants equality, and I mean real equality. And that was about it, dude.
And-
She didn't respond after that, dude. I think she left Facebook
She
or
like,
some
Oh,
shit.
she's sexist anyways. Your mom got him.
You know, it'd be really cool if this podcast got on like the front page of YouTube. That'd be
Yeah,
really
this
weird.
definitely won't
Yeah,
do
it's
that.
What
but
if
like,
it did? They're like, wow, these 15-year-olds are talking about real shit.
Well, they're offensive.
they're-
Let's put them on the front.
They'd probably be like, yeah,
Vogue
alright.
is gonna come after us for saying those naughty words.
Oh
Yeah,
my
honestly.
God.
Vogue,
Let's
Vox,
say something very controversial.
Wall Street Journal.
You just gotta say the N-word.
Stop.
No one-
Nincompoop.
Oh,
shit, dude.
he
I
said
it, dude.
All right, we're
But, like,
deep shit
yeah.
now.
When you, like, man, I don't know, like, what's going on with, like, that type of shit that, like, goes on, dude.
With
like,
what?
with, like, this, like, I don't know, they seem to, for a community that wants to be accepted and wants to be so, like,
Oh.
publicly accepted as the LGBTQ community, they completely shut down anything that goes slightly like against their beliefs. Like a straight pride parade.
Yeah.
It's obviously a meme.
Is
Yet the LGBTQ community is like, yeah, we cannot have it. We cannot have it, dude. This goes against our beliefs. We cannot. We need to shut it down now.
I
And it's
think-
just like,
Yeah.
it. First of all, it's a joke, and second of all, like, how are you such a hypocrite? Like,
You
What's
beg
wrong
so.
with what's wrong with the straight? Wait,
Yeah,
what was
exactly.
it?
The straight pride parade.
Straight
Like there's
wrong with
there's
that?
nothing.
She just
First
said
of all,
you,
yeah.
yeah.
First of all, it's a joke. Second of all, there's nothing wrong with that. Have it if you want. If
You
you
should've-
actually want that to be a real thing. Third of all, you guys so heavily want to be accepted, and you guys want to be so equal, but you guys just shut down everything that like is opposite of you. Like it blows my mind how you can be so close-minded while also wanting to be so accepted. I don't know.
Two things. One, I forgot it. Second, I forgot.
You forgot it.
Yeah, I forgot the first one. Second,
You forgot
I
it.
shut up. I think it's not
That you
like
forgot it?
shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
Go ahead.
It's that
Did you actually?
no, I only forgot the first one. Oh, okay, so I don't think
You
it's
also
like
forgot the
shut the
second
fuck
one.
Dude,
up.
shut up,
Fucking
dude.
calm
Yeah.
down, holy
I-
shit.
Okay.
I think that it's not that they actually believe that. There's a lot of people that have beliefs such like that. Same with Christianity.
Yeah.
But deep down, and they don't know it themselves. That's the biggest problem because people outside can't figure it out, and they can't themselves. So it's just stuck like that eternally until there's some like tiny clue or something that like it's something else. Like maybe they just want something to make them be them, and they have no good characteristics. So deep down, they just like stick to like being different by their like gender or by their sexuality being different, and it just attaches to them eternally because
Yeah.
they're just searching for something like that. So it's kind of like, oh, I'm depressed, and they're searching like that, but
Mhm.
it's in a bad way because they're going through something bad, but in result, they're in the bad as well. So it's like not good anyway. It's a big oof.
I just realized that. What are we gonna talk about next time?
Actually,
We're like
yeah,
covering
what are-
everything.
What are we gonna talk about next? Actually,
Probably
There's
like
so many things to talk about.
Yeah,
man.
dude.
we just gotta write it all
there's a
down.
bunch of shit happening. We can just like look
Yeah.
on the news and just
Yeah, well, honestly,
discuss
we
shit
can.
like
we
that.
can look
All
at
right.
the news,
Right,
but-
What is our next topic?
Yeah, we should probably. I
Ninjas.
don't know. I was thinking of like ending it right now
Zombies.
because this is like 2 hours.
Your mom.
It's 2 hours.
Yeah, 1:56.
All right. Wait. Let's talk about one more thing.
One more thing.
One more
One more
thing?
thing. One more thing.
One more
before we end
topic. And then we'll branch out. Okay. Well, one more thing. One more thing.
So we talked about LGBTQ plus.
it. LGBTQ.
What's another thing that, dude? You know what was like really prevalent, like a year or two ago?
Huh.
The
that we
dab?
don't. No, BLM. Do you know what BLM is?
No.
I
Black
think-
Lives Matter.
Oh yeah, I saw a picture that said "Chocolate Lives Matter," and there was a black guy, dark chocolate, milk chocolate for Mexican, and white chocolate was a white guy. I love that picture.
Dude, but
Wow.
Dude.
That's something else.
dude, do we want to talk about Black Lives Matter? Because that's like a really controversial,
That's-
but it's also
well,
something that I kind of want to
yeah.
discuss.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, you guys can. I'm not a part of this. I'm just listening, just as you. Okay, go.
So,
Okay.
so,
Go.
Like,
it's very complicated.
yeah.
I think it's very
especially like
complicated.
a few years ago,
Overcomplicated.
especially during like the Donald Trump like election, like when he was like elected, dude, it was crazy. Like BLM and like anti like police brutality was crazy. But like, all right, I'm gonna talk about like Black Lives Matter and police brutality. So here's my opinion, and do not kill me for it. I believe that yes, there is definitely police brutality. There's definitely police brutality.
Cut this part. Cut this part. Cut this part.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we gotta cut
There's-
this part,
there's-
guys. Cut this part.
There's definitely police brutality. It's just like the media and like Black Lives Matter like leaders, they just like they contort so much like especially like body cam footage. Like they'll cut it to only when someone's getting arrested. Like there will be a black man holding a gun up to a police officer, and then the black man like puts the gun away and then he gets arrested. But the people will like they will cut it to the point where the person has the gun away and the
Wait,
police officer is like
Did I
arresting
already
them.
talk about this on the podcast, or was this at McDonald's about the officer that was planting meth in people's?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was at
yeah.
McDonald's.
Oh.
But like here
Okay.
let me talk about this first.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, then you'll talk about that
Like
again.
it's like people and it's really fucked up is like people twist evidence
every way just to have their beliefs like pushed. Like people are so anti-police, even though they know that they're twisting the facts and that they know that they're destroying and like twisting evidence, like cutting videos like too short and like not letting the entire video like play out, because like there will be a guy with a, like you'll see a gun visibly in like a guy's lap on a body cam footage, and like there'll be like two angles, and they'll only show footage from the angle that doesn't show the gun in like a guy's lap in a car. And then like a shooting will happen and the black guy dies, but they won't show the footage for the other body cam that shows that the guy has a gun or like the guy has a knife on him or anything like that. They'll only show, and this isn't all media outlets, it is only like the twisted like fucked up ones, but like they'll only show, and they'll cut it to where you don't see anything that's wrong with the guy. They'll only show the footage of the guy getting shot.
Yeah.
And like that's like, it's so bad. Like I don't know. It makes me hate the media so much because
Well-
you can't trust. Like it makes me hate like most of the media because like you can't trust it at all because everything is biased. Everything is twisted. Like you can't
And
like.
even if it is right, there's like probably most of it or less that is biased, so you don't know which is
Exactly. You like
Yeah.
like a lot of media outlets is just like, I don't know. It just makes me angry seeing that like a donut operator, very good YouTuber. I love his videos. He has a series called Liar Liar Pants on Fire, and he goes over shootings and stuff like that, mainly with like police officers and stuff like that. And he
I
will
was
like
gonna-
expose these media outlets that post these like the cut videos and like body cam footage from the one officer that doesn't show whatever the guy has, dude. And it's just like like we need more people like Donut Operator exposing these media outlets. And because like there's so many people that are brainwashed by these people, like these like Black Lives Matter leaders and like these like anti-police leaders. Like there's so many people like brainwashed, and like a lot of the people are too dumb to do their own research and to do their own fact checking, when just like by 5 minutes of research they can easily be debunked like that instantly, like that fast. Yeah, that's just my opinion on it.
Wow, okay, we're gonna get
Well-
shit for that. I'm just kidding.
Well,
We're gonna get to everything we say, even the ghost stories.
the thing is,
Definitely.
yeah, the ghost stories especially.
Especially out of-
Demons,
I actually
demons.
like-
Out of all the what we talk about,
I actually like
racism,
that part.
politics, no, it's the ghosts. They
Yeah.
that's
So
why-
any other opinions on like
No,
the thing?
I think I'm
I think
don't
it's a
Know too much about it, so I can't say anything.
yes, I
Same
think
thing.
it's a mostly. The movement itself is positive.
Yeah, the movement itself is
It's
positive, but it's like the people
positive.
running,
but
like
yeah,
a lot of
certain-
the people running. Well, not a lot. Like some of the people,
I was running.
like it's just like with like it's also like with like radical feminism.
Yeah.
Like most people that claim that they're feminists are like great people, and like they're going for a good cause, but some of the people that are like that claim they're
Some of the-
feminists are like the people that are like
In the
kill all
media.
men, castrate all men. Yeah, like radical people like that. And it's like those like one or two people that are part of a group that completely spoil rotten the entire group.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be such a big deal if these were outliers, but they're
Yeah.
not. They're
Mhm.
like they're in the media. They're the ones writing the articles.
Mm-hmm.
They're like they're saying all of this extreme stuff, and it's like no.
I have ideas for next podcast, but I'm gonna just write them down.
Yeah, just right.
Right. But going back to the Black Lives Matter thing, I think overall the movement is positive. You know, how else are you gonna get change if not by, protesting and raising your voices against this stuff when it happens? But it can be taken to extremes, and it. Yeah, but sometimes both sides play a part in making it kind of worse. I can't remember who it was. I think actually H3H3 commented on it or something. Maybe not. I don't think so. But someone said that Steven Crowder try to like demean the Black Lives Matter movement, saying like that every movement like turns violent and that there's so many like violent acts that happen during these protests. And it's like, it's a protest. There's lots of crazy people.
Yeah, I feel
And
like
it's
people
like-
nowadays don't know how to hold like a peaceful protest.
Some
Like the civil rights movements, like were like the prime time for like night like, but like it was obviously fucked because like the whites and shit like that. Were
yeah,
just, like,
and that
killing
was
them.
that was worse times.
Yeah.
And
But, like, the protests nowadays, like most of the protests that you hear like in the media are just like they end up being riots.
well, yeah, but it's possible like that nowadays there's more opposition to these movements, and that kind of escalates things. As I said, it's like it's a movement. There's lots of people. Some of those people are not going to be the greatest of people, and they're going to escalate things farther than they need to be. But because like I in a way support it. I'm not gonna say that I'm a member or that I'm gonna go out and protest, even if I should. Mainly because there's not many protests here.
Yeah.
But
Even if I had the materials to go out and protest, and like it was something that I strongly believed, honestly, I'm too lazy to go out and protest.
Yeah, they got it.
yeah, and
I would probably
I've-
go.
Go ahead.
It depends.
it's just, it's like it's a movement that I don't think has too much backing to it, because it's like, yeah, there's police brutality, but
It's
is
not
that-
only
it's not only-
black people.
but you see that violence more towards
Whoa.
people.
What?
Oh, okay. I was like, say, don't go anywhere.
It's
Okay,
it's
sure. Yeah.
What was I gonna say? It's a movement that's just like, it's police brutality, but like that stuff can be fixed fairly, easily. You just have to, in a way, it takes time
Mm-hmm.
for these things, because there's no way you're gonna get every racist out there, and
Yeah.
there's no way.
There's always going to be racist bigots.
Yeah, there's always going to be racists, and
Racist
some of those are
biscuits.
going to be in the police force.
Mhm.
Problem I have is that when some of these people, they take this movement and they turn it around to use it to say that, that someone else who clearly isn't doing something racist, who is just doing their job, is a racist, is a bigot, who says like, there are people, and this like includes the feminist movement, any movement that's like that's prevalent now, has this problem where people will use it against people who clearly aren't doing anything wrong, who they're just doing their thing, and they're being called racists or sexist or this and that, and it doesn't make sense. There was this, I can't quite remember.
What happened? What happened?
It's fine.
His hat fell.
Oh.
This, I think it was a university, and these two, I think they were African Americans, but I can't quite remember. They were in this shop, and they were caught like shoplifting multiple times, and so one of these times, a person working at the shop decides to chase after them, and they start running, and like it causes this big outraged because it's like, violence was done against these African Americans.
Yeah.
Clearly, there's this racist. When in reality, these people had been shoplifting. They were, they had done something illegal. They had done something to provoke this, and now they're claiming that there's a racist on the loose.
I have one last thing to say.
Wait, I want to say something about that cop. I want you to mention him.
Sure.
Oh, okay. So, on the news, a couple of days ago, there was something about a cop. I don't remember what his name was, and well, apparently what he was doing was he was planting meth in people's cars, and he arrested like for no reason, just for like I don't know, because he hated his life or something, I don't know. But he
arrested like 200 people.
Yeah, he arrested like 200 people, and only like 100 people got away. And I remember
Got released.
the chef the chief of police in that area was like made a statement on like, yes, we've freed 100 people, but there might still be like innocent people that like he just fucked their lives up for good. Just like one person in power who is just like wrong in the head.
Yeah.
That's why the world can never be perfect.
Well, that was
and hold on.
Everyone just start talking that way.
So this cop also, he would turn his body cam off, or he'd turn it on and stop someone and then turn it off, and then he would
That should be illegal.
he would only turn it.
I'm pretty
back,
sure it is.
He would only turn it back on when he found the meth in the car, which he was implanting, but that's not it. He would even if he did suspect them of having drugs in the car or something, he would still end up putting meth in the car.
And that should look suspicious. Like, I don't know if there's like arrest records
said,
or anything like that, but that should look really suspicious.
They said that it looked suspicious, and then he one time he left the body cam left on, and he looked down, and apparently he put his hand down, and then all of a sudden he like pulls a bag out or something, like a black bag, and like he found the meth there. Yeah,
like having like 200 arrests of like possession of methamphetamines on like your, I don't know if like arrest records exist, but like if you have like if the record, like I don't know if they did exist and like that was like cataloged, having like 200 like arrests for possession of methamphetamines has to be like super suspicious.
Maybe you're just good, but it's just
I don't know if it was. Well, I know it said no other drugs, and it said it was meth. Like, that was the only thing that was implanting.
But that probably was the main one, because meth is a really it's a high class.
It said that they had
we should try to reconcile.
Hold on, this last thing. Okay. Apparently he had like a bag of like, you know how they claim things in like they take them away?
Yeah.
So he had a bag of meth that he took from like wherever they put
evidence
that stuff.
Storage,
I guess that's what he was using to implant the stuff.
I
don't know. I might be missing parts of this, but yeah, that was basically what I remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is kind of like at the end of the podcast, so probably like whoever little people is still watching to this point, this is a disclaimer. We probably don't know what we're talking about, and the things that we say probably should be taken with a grain of salt, and it should probably be like double checked because we're not really double checking it.
And we play Roblox.
Basically. And I have one thing to say.
Roblox.
I have like 1,000. I said 1,000. I have one last thing to say about like the Black Lives Matter movement, about like unarmed shootings. There's this guy. It was like Reverend something. He's like a Black Lives Matter like activist and stuff like that. He was put in a test where a person was charging at them and he was knowingly unarmed. Like he had like the reverend that was like the police in the scenario knew that he was unarmed, that he was ordered to like shoot him if like he actually like if he felt like his life was in danger. This guy started like walking towards him. He's like, yo, what the fuck, dude? Like, what the fuck? And like he's like the Reverend, the Black Lives Matter guy, who was like the police officer in the scenario. This was on Donut Operators, one of Donut Operators' videos. He's like, back up, and he shoots him, knowing he's unarmed. And you know, like a lot of the articles of like black people being shot is like unarmed black man shot by cops, police brutality. That guy was unarmed, and he was coming at him, and he shot him. And he realized, he said at like, I think this was like a news video. He's like, my life felt threatened. How do you think the police officers that shoot the unarmed black men, that shoot the black people that are unarmed, how do you think they felt when they shot them? They must have felt threatened if they're coming at them, even if they're unarmed or if they're armed or not.
Yeah, I mean, and I partially like disagree with like that use of deadly force. I mean, your life might feel in danger, but you have other means. Like you're a cop.
Yeah.
You should be trained in this stuff, in the art of de-escalation. You know, you have tools at your ready, and you also probably aren't a really small person. So, you know, you probably can handle someone coming at you, and even then.
But there's also like you can't really work with tasers. Tasers are like pretty unreliable.
I
Like,
would
they're really
bet.
unreliable.
But even then, like, you have a stick. You probably have pepper spray.
But if someone is ballsy enough to charge you when they know that you have a pistol, a stick, probably like a baton, probably won't do anything.
Probably not. But even then, pulling your gun out
Unless
should be
they're like
enough.
on PCP.
Actually, yeah, that should be enough. If they
Pulling
don't
your
stop,
gun out
don't
should be
shoot,
enough.
But, like, you should just pull it out, then don't shoot.
Oh, I
Yeah,
heard
but
at
like
least.
if you have your gun pulled out and they're still charging you.
Then probably.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's probably like the last thing
Wait,
we
wait,
should.
wait,
s-
wait, wait.
Oh my god, this is gonna go on forever.
It's about lethal weapons. I remember hearing, or no, I watched what's it called, Jackass? What's the main person?
Johnny Knoxville.
Oh yeah. So he like one of
Ah,
his
no.
first videos was him tasing himself and
Oh yeah.
pepper spraying himself, and he said that it was so much worse with the pepper spray.
Yeah.
Because like it doesn't go
But you
away.
gotta realize that people do bath salts, people do PCP, which is like the fucking like drugs that like flocka and shit like that. Like those drugs like make you literally like turn into a zombie. Like you feel like no
Yeah,
pain.
there's actually situations where people, you know, that's another thing we'll talk about, like real life
Yeah,
zombies.
next
There's
podcast.
actual-
Save it for next podcast.
Yeah, okay. That's we'll
That's a
fly
wrap,
back-
guys.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
That's
so
my name is Logan.
2 hours. Yeah.
Hold on. I really enjoyed this podcast. Actually,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
pretty good.
we should definitely do
Even
this
if
again.
nobody watches it, it's still entertaining
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
us to do.
I'm definitely not gonna watch this back because
Yeah, it's like 3 hours.
I'd rather prefer like just speaking, and that's like much more interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely a wrap for the podcast. So yeah,
Wait,
this
are we gonna
is
do this
the.
tomorrow?
No, I don't know. Probably not tomorrow
I
because we
think
have to like
Hannah and
compare this
Yvonne
shit.
coming
So
in
it will
tomorrow.
probably take like an entire day to fucking upload this shit because it's like 2 hours long. But like, yeah, that's the end of the podcast, dude. This is the Why Not podcast. You know, Xavier, Logan,
Yeah.
A-Ray.
All right. My
We got
name is Logan.
a random person, aka Julian, and then we
Yeah.
got Odin.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry if any audio quality
Yeah.
is bad. We're
We
not
have-
professionals.
we're using one microphone on
That's
a
on a
stool,
stool.
and we're
Mhm.
using very creaky chairs. Yeah, and
and
yeah.
there's the AC's loud, but
It's
very
not-
unprofessional, but
it's
we
not
got to
perfect,
speak our
but it's our
thoughts,
first time.
and that's about it.
Could
Yeah,
be worse.
this is Why Not podcast.
Yep.
See ya.
Goodbye, random. Your mom.
All right. Oh.